the Tuesday Night Touchdown Podcast with your hosts, Reese Downing and Jacob Workman.
What's going on, guys? It is TNT Tuesday Night Touchdown Podcast 2025 NFL Draft Special. We are going live with you guys just like we did last year. We will be on for all 32 first-round picks. Some of us may not be awake by the end of it, but we're going to get through it. With me, as always, is the fine citizen, Mr. Jacob Workman. Jake, how's it going, brother?
Everything's good. Waiting for another night like this. Nice long night talking about the draft. We haven't been on in about 2 months, so here we are.
Yep, nice little break. Ready to get back to it, though. Got a couple familiar faces here. We'll start off with the one and only, the Carter. Carter, how's it going, brother? Thanks for joining us.
Doing awesome, guys. This is great. We got a couple newcomers in here, at least one, and we got one common thing we all love is football. And this night brings us all together and get to just talk about the sport in general and get a look at all the new prospects and shoot the shit with you fine fellas. And I'm excited, man.
That's a touching way to kick this off.
Yeah, that was something.
Carter showing his seasonality here, starting to be a vet. Our second familiar face over here is Mr. Ike Houston. Ike, how's it going, man?
I'm good. I'm finally over the Chiefs Super Bowl loss. My 2 months of mourning is over, and I'm following football again. I'm excited to get into the draft.
Very cool. Very cool. We also have a new face. He's joined us on the comment section in YouTube a few times, but now we've got him on the show. Mr. Shano, what's going on, man?
Not much, guys. Really excited about the draft. Thanks for having me. Hopefully we hit some bets tonight, have some fun. Maybe our teams pick somebody interesting at least. We'll see. Andrew got me hyped there. Let's go.
Let's go.
Run through a wall.
That's right. I'm kind of hoping that we see Goodell crash here, riding his bicycle around.
That's Lil Wayne.
On here. Is that Lil Wayne?
Yeah.
Wheezy?
Lil Weezy.
Packer fan.
We got two Carters on the show now.
Yep.
All right. Well, we're going to try to get through this year with some slides for you guys. We tried doing it last year and had some challenges.
Jesus.
But
Yeah, the first night ever using a brand new software last year was kind of a mistake.
That was a little challenging for us, but we should be good here. We've got some information on top 10 players by each position. We've combined a couple of them just for ease of use here. So we'll cover that as we go through. But beyond that, I'm ready to get going here. Titans are first up. I think there's a pretty general consensus on where this is going to end up, but
Making a huge
thoughts
mistake.
on Tennessee here.
Yeah, so before we do that, let's go through. We put some draft bets together, some prop bets. Let's run through those real quick before the draft starts, just in case anyone wants to join us on some of these bets. We will say that some of these lines have changed. NFL draft odds change very fast. So some of these we did get early, and it's just our advantage apparently. But
we got a lot of closing line value out there.
yeah,
CLV.
definitely. And you'll see a little battle me and Reese had right here at the very beginning. Reese has Jackson Dart as a top 10 pick, and I've got Jackson Dart going round 2. So we started off with a little bit of a battle. And I think unfortunately we're both going to miss here because from what rumors are saying, it might come in around 20 to 30 this year. So we might end up both being wrong on this.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I kind of have a feeling that Dart's going to land potentially in New Orleans with the Derek Carr situation going on. But
I saw that tweet just like an hour ago. No way he goes past 9 to New Orleans, which it's lying season.
Oh, it's
Everyone's lying right now,
100%.
but
There's a lot of lying.
I've seen it. It's a fact. He ain't going past 9, so I think you're good, Reese.
Reese, go through your picks.
yeah, so we just talked about the first one here. Jackson Dart, top 10 pick, plus 400. I like those odds, especially where New Orleans is sitting right now. There's a couple other teams that are quarterback hungry. I don't think it's going to happen if it doesn't end up in New Orleans, but that's my first one here. Second one I found kind of interesting. New York Giants, New York Jets picking a D-line edge rusher with their first picks. Depending on how things shake out, you might see Abdul Carter end up in a Giants uniform, and then we got Mason Graham, who may fall to the Jets. Jets have a new head coach who's very defensive-minded, so possibility here. That's plus 450. Trevion Henderson to Dallas at plus 480. I think there's a real possibility that the Cowboys are going to go with a running back in the first 3 rounds. There is some rumors that I've been reading recently that Breece Hall may end up in a Dallas uniform. If that seems to be something that's certain in the background, then Travion Henderson may not end up there. But I do like those odds at plus 480. And then the last one I've got here is 4+ receivers being drafted in round 1, not including Travis Hunter, and that is at plus 196. Jake, you want to cover yours?
Yeah, so I had Jackson Dart going round 2 at plus 188. I just think it's good value for a potential. I mean, he's a potential miss of the first round. Clearly, even Shador's a potential miss of the first round. I mean, we have no idea what's going to happen with quarterbacks in this draft. It could be as many as, I mean, even 5 in the first round potentially, or I mean, it could be 1. So I mean, we got this is kind of a crazy draft. You have no idea what's going to happen here. So with that, on my second pick here, I kind of went the opposite with 3 running backs and 4 quarterbacks. I think Omarion Hampton and Ashton Genty are for sure 2. It's just who's that third? Are we going to see a third in the first round and 4 quarterbacks like we just mentioned? Obviously, we got Shador, we got Jackson Dart, we got Tyler Shuck, we got Cam Ward. So there's the 4, and then there's even a potential 1 more potentially in there. This is a homer pick for my third one, Oz Thomas being picked in the first round. He was projected to be a first-round pick for a very long time, and then all of a sudden fell out. He's my favorite corner in the draft outside of Jahdae Barron. I love Jahdae Barron, as I've said 1,000 times, but Oz is a pure man-to-man corner. He can go into any system and play man and be a shutdown corner on the outside. At plus 1,000 in the first round, with the way this draft is going to go, I think it's reasonable. The Lions' first pick. This does not have to be their first-round pick, just their first pick in case they trade out. O-line at plus 185. I mean, obviously, people know we need a defensive end, but we also need an offensive guard in the worst way with losing we lost Zeitler. So plus 185 for an O-line first pick, I think is very reasonable for the Lions.
Carter, what you got here?
Yeah, I was mainly just hunting for value. The first one is a Chris Ballard special. He's going to always draft in the trenches. Last year, everyone was penciling in tight end, and he took Letu, who just happens to be the only defensive end we have under contract into next year. So it's a deep importance, and it was like 3rd or 4th on the list of positions for the Colts. Kelvin Banks plus 13.5. I actually really like him. I just saw plus 370. I thought it was good value there. Any of those picks, you just kind of, to me, I think jump on the value. And that Matthew Golden under 17.5 picks. There's a lot of teams that need a receiver, and he ran a 4.29. He's lightning in a bottle. So I definitely see him going under 17.5. And then Shamar Stewart, that might be the guy that the Colts actually drafted 14 if he falls that far. But I think he's just like 100% a Ballard guy. His RAS score, which you guys know.
Yeah. Here we go.
I actually didn't even look it up. I just know him from Texas A&M. It's probably off the charts. So that's definitely a guy that Ballard would draft. So I got about 6 or 7 more on my sheet over here. So hopefully they'll hit as we go through. But that's the 4 I submitted for tonight. We got Sean.
You have the Tennessee Titans are on the clock. There's about 8 minutes left. So
officially.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna take every second.
Oh, you don't doubt that. Sean, what you got here, man?
All right. I just had a premonition the other day that Tent was going to the Jaguars. I think it makes sense. They got rid of Christian Kirk. They got rid of Evan Ingram. I think over the last couple of days, though, I felt like it was a lock, and then all of a sudden it felt like there's no possible way they're taking him now, it seems like. So who knows? But it wasn't 25-1 when I checked earlier, so it feels pretty good to have a chance. Pairing up Brian Thomas and him on the outside would be great for Trevor Lawrence, I think, who I still have a lot of faith in. And then Xavier Watts getting picked in round 1. It's probably a long shot, but I think there's 3 really good safeties in this draft, and it just takes one team to like him. I think the safeties are all pretty different, and if somebody at the back end of there likes him, sit back and pick some passes off for somebody in the NFL. And then the Travion one was for him to be the 2nd running back selected. So I actually like Omarion Hampton more than him, but I just think teams are going to value what Travion does, big plays. So if somebody's going to pick him pretty quick. And then Will Johnson, second cornerback selected. I think there's like 4 or 5 pretty good corners, and just a crapshoot on who's going to be number 1 and number 2, or not number 1. We know who's number 1 in this. It's Travis Hunter, but I thought it was weird they have Travis Hunter at corner.
But that's kind of iffy because apparently I heard earlier that they said that there are 3 cards that the teams that Goodell has, and one is as a receiver, one is as a corner, and one is a receiver and a corner. So he could potentially be announced as just a receiver. So that could keep your bet a little different.
I wonder because it seemed like everything had him listed as a corner. It was always listed as a corner on all these. But
I know during the process in Indy when they were doing all the workouts and everything, he was only listed as one or the other. And when he got interviewed about it, he's like, they didn't give me a choice.
But to me, that dude is an NFL wide receiver. That dude is going to get absolutely fucking abused if he's a corner in the NFL.
He put a suggestion. I saw a tweet out there that he wants to be announced by Goodell as a wide receiver cornerback combo. So
there is a card that has that option. So
it's going to be both. That's what he wants.
Whoever
I'm sure Goodell will. He wants that hug from Travis Hunter, so he's going to do what he asks.
I think the Browns are going to mess it up. He's the best player in the draft.
So from what the rumors were saying, that the Jags were trying to come up for 2 to get Travis Hunter. So.
I think whoever gets
him better about that.
They'll
put him as both just to make him happy. Whether they plan on playing him at both or not, it'll make him happy, and that's what he'll get announced as both.
Just like Will Campbell will get announced as a tackle.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So the pick is officially in for Tennessee. So here in not too long, we will have Goodell taking the stage, and we will give you that announcement once it comes, even though we pretty much all know who it is. We will wait to talk about the pick until that comes in. So Ike, I know that you did not. We didn't ask you for any prop bets. We weren't sure if you were going to be on it this time or not. Were there any prop bets that you like for the draft?
It's funny that you guys both have Jackson Dart on there because the one I looked at it was minus value, so it was not, I guess, the best value. But I really like him as just a second quarterback off the board. I think it was minus 230 or so. I could see your bet hitting and him being round 2 and still being the second quarterback off the board. Or
it's possible.
Like you said, like he could. The Saints is a perfectly likely, logical landing spot for him. I could absolutely see that too. But I could see him anywhere in between. But I think he's, I don't want to say clearly the second best quarterback in the draft because I'm not super high on him, but I'm just not super high on any of them.
Hey, yeah, that's the thing. I don't even know if you could say who's the first best, to be honest. Like, I don't think Cam Ward is that. I don't think Cam is good. I don't think Shedeur is good. I don't think Jackson's good. I don't think Tyler Shuck is good.
I think he's definitely clearly the best, but you're not picking through the same class from last year. He would have been.
I don't know if you can definitely say he's clearly the best because I think I would rather have. I honestly, and I know this is going to sound crazy. If you give me picks of who I want, I'll take Will Howard first. I'll take Jalen Milrose second, and then I'll take Cam Ward. Like that's truly the order I would go in with these options.
I don't even see the quarterback on this list here that I would pick first.
Well, see, that's what we're saying. This draft is shit with quarterbacks.
Anyone pick up on that?
Notre Dame
Riley Leonard. Where's Riley Leonard?
We do officially have our first pick in, and that pick, to nobody's surprise, is Cam Ward.
Oh, well, damn it, Reese. I was trying to get to the sound.
Oh, still sounds good after
So with the first pick, the Tennessee Titans have selected quarterback Cam Ward from Incarnate Ward, Washington State, and Miami. So he has traveled all through college football. Let's get some thoughts on Cam Ward. Ike, what do you think?
I think he's succeeded in every level that he's been at. He's proven the doubters wrong. I think maybe slightly overrated at Miami, but
yeah,
I mean, the offense carried them to their overrated top 10 ranking they had.
Yeah. And I'm with you on that because it is so. I mean, you got to factor in I'm a Florida State fan, so this hinders some things. But when he was at Washington State, I loved him. I thought he was awesome. He would come in. He would be. I mean, he was Pac-12 after dark. He was exactly what I loved in college football. Then he went to Miami and didn't come to Florida State, and we took DJU, and yeah, my hatred for him quickly rose. I do still think he was vastly overrated. I mean, the referees helped them win 3 straight games in a row that they never should have won. It was an absolute it was crazy what was going on with Miami. But I mean, he is what he is. He's an athletic quarterback. I do think he turns the ball over way too much, and going to Tennessee, I think, is going to be a huge issue for that.
Who's he throwing to?
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, there's not a lot there for him.
They signed Tyler Lockett today, and I think that's a sneaky good signing. I really do. Like, Lockett's a dude. He's been a dude for a lot of years.
So
lost his step, but
breaking news. Hold on. Breaking news. The Jags have traded and got the second pick. The Jags are on the clock now. So the Browns did trade that pick.
Wow.
They're getting the best player in the draft.
So the Jaguars have received the
What'd they
second
give up,
overall
though?
pick. I'm talking right now. The second overall pick, the 4th round pick this year, and the 6th round pick this year. The Browns are receiving the 5th overall pick. They're getting the Jags' 2nd round pick and their 4th round pick this year, and they're going to get their 2026 1st round pick. That's a huge trade.
Ooh.
Damn.
So Cleveland did take the 5, though, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So Cleveland might be in play to drop back and take Shedeur Sanders now, which would be an interesting twist to the whole situation there.
What is Cleveland doing?
They're being Cleveland. If we had the Mr. Haslam song saved, I'm looking. I don't think we have it. Nope, I deleted it, unfortunately.
Dude, what the? That's crazy.
So the Browns not only acquired, I mean, they got a 1st round pick next year also with all the picks they got this year. So that's huge for Cleveland to me. To only drop back 3 picks. I mean, I don't think that's bad for them.
I think it was smart for them. They were in such a hole and such a problem with Watson that just stockpile as many blue chip picks they can get.
Well, and you know what might happen here, and this is, I'm looking at the draft. So we got the Jags, we got the Giants, and we got the Patriots. This might have Abdul Carter fall to them still. I think realistically, Abdul Carter could still fall to them. Pair him with Myles Garrett, and then next year they have another 1st round pick. That's
Giants and Patriots aren't going to let Carter fall.
I mean,
Somebody else is going to trade up for Carter.
There might be another trade.
Right?
Yeah, and I hope it's the Lions, because if there's one player I've said I want the Lions to trade up for, it's Abdul Carter.
Give
up our 1st next year. I don't give a shit. That's the one piece we need. That's
me and you, Jacob, said off camera. This is going to be a lot of trades, and I think this is the start of a lot of trades here.
Yeah,
trading up for number 2 is a big move.
Last year we talked about before the draft started, we were like over, I think it was like 10.5 trades, and we were like, yeah, it's going to go over. And it didn't even come close last year. This year it was supposed to be like a straightforward. This is the first year that every team in the NFL has their draft pick, and I think it's going to be crazy this year. I really do, and especially because there's such a lack of talent in this draft that I think there will be a lot of movement.
Well, I think people value players differently, and
they're going to fall in love with
there's different levels to it and what you're looking for. And
so the pick is in for Jacksonville. I think we all know that it's going to be Travis Hunter. I will wait to play the sound until I actually see it officially announced and announce it. But
we do have an old friend hopping into the comment section here.
Oh, I missed it. I didn't even see it. What's up, Texas? Your Cowboys aren't too far away.
It's going to be a fun top 10 here.
So,
you should trade.
Let's see.
You guys are way ahead of me, so whatever, I'm going to have the reaction from you. Should be fun.
Well, I mean, I think this has to be Travis Hunter. Like, I don't even know why they would trade if it wasn't, to be honest. But
they gave up a lot.
If Carter didn't have the injury, I think Carter might have been a guy someone would go up to. But the injuries puts a bit of a question mark there. But
I mean, what I don't get though is if I'm Cleveland, I'm taking Abdul Carter anyway. Like I want Abdul Carter to pair with Myles Garrett. And then we got Mr. Duval in his new head coaching debut in Jacksonville. So
I was wondering how long that was going to take.
So this is they put added in 2025, and it was some guy I've never even heard of at receiver.
Johnny Munt? You've never heard of Big Johnny Munt?
No, at receiver, it was like Dumani something.
Oh, Yami Brown.
Who the fuck is that guy?
He was on the Commanders
Yami
last
Brown?
year.
Yeah, I was gonna say he
Yeah.
played on the Commanders for a
He
while.
was a big play guy.
Fuck him. I hate the Commanders, so I will not. I don't want anything to do with
He
that.
scored a deep one on the Lions.
Oh, I'm sure he
Deep one.
did. Yeah, I'm sure he did. So did the whole fucking team. And that was. Oh, here we go. He is coming out to announce it now. Let me get the sound ready. And I will try to lip read to see how he announces him. If he announces him as a wide receiver and corner. Actually, it looks like some other dude is going to be announcing the pick that's with him, some large man.
I thought that was Sean Merriman for a second, but I was like, why the hell would he be walking out with?
It's definitely not Sean Merriman. He's wearing the Dr. Evil suit. Let's see who he.
We got Shaw Merriman look to him though. I see that.
Yeah, he does.
Well, especially when you're watching on a phone, which is what I'm doing right now. So. Yeah, I don't think anybody knows who this guy is, though.
Big guy.
I'm sure we'll see in a second. Hopefully, they give him a nameplate. What is Goodell? God, come on, Roger. We don't give a fuck. Like,
Yeah.
all right, here he comes. Big man, stepping to the mic.
Eric Armstead. Okay.
He just did a Duval. I can read his lips and see that. He was the 2024 Walter Payton Man of the Year. That's something. With the second pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars have selected okay, apparently this guy's going to talk a lot. I thought we were just going to get straight to the fucking pick. So,
This is his moment.
yeah. I'll tell you in just a second because he's still fucking talking.
Bleacher Report has it.
What is he doing? Oh my God. This is too much. Just say the pick.
I'm on the McAfee thing now, which is not too far off you guys. It sounds like, but
How many cue cards does this dude have?
Yeah, he's like reading a book. What?
I guess because he's the Walter Payton Man of the Year.
Okay, well, he's not going to be anymore for this. This is bullshit.
Well, there you go.
So it was Travis Hunter. They did list him as cornerback wide receiver on NFL Network. I don't know what he was.
you had that
announced
queued
as.
up, Reese. That was a quick one.
Try him, bro.
Oh, that was good. That's good work behind the
With
scenes.
the little trade, it's got the little trade thing under there too. He's got the
Yeah.
All right.
Uh-huh.
That's
So,
slick. That's
Stepping
slick.
up production here this year, fellas.
hell yeah.
all right. So thoughts on this? Jacksonville obviously has the offense. I think Travis Hunter fits in very well to that offense. Like I said before, I think it's a huge mistake to put this guy on defense, but I think Jacksonville's dumb enough to do it. So just some early thoughts. Sean, what are your thoughts on Travis Hunter going to Duval?
I think he's the best player in the draft, and that's just if he's a wide receiver. If he adds anything at corner, the value is just incredibly high. He can go up and get the ball. Trevor Lawrence kind of sprays it all over the place a little bit sometimes. I think adding another guy on the other side of Brian Thomas might be deadly.
Yeah, I agree. I think they need to boost the O-line and running game just a little bit, but
For sure.
I am with you on that though, because Brian Thomas came out, had a great rookie year. I think Hunter pairing with him at receiver is huge. I absolutely love him as a wide receiver. I absolutely hate him as a corner. Ike, what are your thoughts on Travis Hunter?
I think I'm going to disagree with you guys a little bit on his wide receiver. I think he's a good wide receiver. I think he's a good cornerback. I think he's a great college football player, but I think the value he had was playing both ways, and he's not going to do that at the next level. I think two's a little early for him. I think Tet McMillan's a better overall wide receiver.
I'll give you that.
He's not going to pair well with Thomas. He's basically Thomas. I mean, he's another Brian Thomas.
That's true.
McMillan is. I think Hunter coming in, though, to the Jacksonville offense and not having to be the dude and not draw the coverage, he's going to succeed there. I think I don't like him at 2. I don't like trading up for him, but I love him on Jacksonville, if that makes sense.
I think that's like your typical shitty team trade, though. Like that's what you expect a team that continuously sucks to do.
They could have just stayed and drafted 10. Instead, they gave up a ton of draft picks.
Yeah, they gave up their first round next year.
Yeah. and the second and the fourth this year. That's
yeah,
a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, right.
I do
Reese.
think.
Oh,
real
sorry. Go
quick,
ahead.
I do think Travis Hunter. He has that like face of the franchise, like likability, and I think Jacksonville needs that right now, and that may have played into what ownership was thinking. Also, this may get him better back on the fans' good side.
Got all kinds of random comments here from people that I have no idea. This guy just simply wants to say hi to Carter for some reason. And then we got a hi, Dad and friends from this person. Taxis, yeah, obviously your Cowboys sucked. We know. Who did we not get to? Reese, what are your thoughts on Travis Hunter going to Jacksonville?
Well, I do want to start by sharing a text message I just got from our good buddy Scott, who said, "Way to go, Jacksonville. They just got weaker for the rest of the AFC South. Hunter is neither the best receiver or cornerback in the draft."
So I'm going to 100% agree with that because Tetairoa McMillan is the best receiver in the draft. I've said that since fucking last year at the beginning of the season, and I think Jahdae Barron's the best corner in the draft. So I do agree that he's not the best at either one. I still do his ball
Cowboys
skills. Though,
suck.
I'm never going
Cowboys
to.
suck.
I'm never going to disagree though. His ball skills are fucking second to none. Travis Hunter will go up and get the ball. Like if it is thrown to him, he will attack the ball. But my problem is if he plays corner enough that it fucks with his stamina. I mean, I know he says he can go fucking whatever in college, but that's the Big 12. That's Colorado. That was Jackson State. The NFL is a whole different world. So if he's going to go out there and play 30 to 40 snaps on defense, that's definitely going to hinder his offense because he's not going to be able to hit those NFL guys like that. So
yeah, that's
there's
the
a lot
primary
that goes
thing
into that.
Yeah, that's the primary thing I was going to say is how long is he going to be able to physically hold up if he is playing both sides of the ball?
And he's not like big.
He's
like,
not big at all.
Yeah.
And I mean,
I
he
think he's
comes
gonna
across
play
the corner
corner
and gets caught with a linebacker or a big safety.
Hold on, Carter. What did you just say?
He's going to play corner full time, and he's going to be packaged
Oh my God.
for offense.
If they did that, then that was the worst draft pick in the history of the NFL.
It's Jacksonville. That's all I do is make dumb decisions.
I
They had like a million
corner
picks.
That's a terrible trade. Why would you come up to do that he can't do that. Watch his college tape.
He's
He
going to
cannot
play
defend man on
100%
man.
corner, and
No.
they're going to design plays for him.
Nobody
think
plays
so.
man in the NFL.
I don't think
anymore.
I don't think Cohen's going to have him play corner 100%.
I think that's the only way he can play both
Thinking
ways.
Cohen,
but-
you're right, maybe, but
I think they drafted him as wide receiver. And they may sprinkle in very little corner. He's not going to be going full time both ways, even close to it. If he's a full time wide
that's
receiver,
the only reason it makes sense to make this trade to me.
To play
spend
corner?
all that. No,
Full-time-
to get
full-time
to play
wide
both
receiver
ways.
plays like 80% of the
Play
time.
both ways.
I mean, I think he's going to play both ways, but he's got to be
What's the best way
extremely
to do
limited,
it?
like 10 to 12 plays on defense, like third down maybe.
Giants
I think it's
pick
easier to rotate in offense though.
Oh,
on
hold up.
plays.
Yeah.
Hold on. Abdul Carter has been selected to the New York Giants with pick 3 of the NFL draft. Abdul Carter, defensive end from Penn State.
Best player in the
So
draft.
he didn't fall to Cleveland. So we talked about that. Yeah, whoever just said best player in the draft, I actually kind of agree with you. I think he might be the most productive player in the draft.
Well, I also
Let's
have
get some thoughts
the
on this. Reese, go ahead.
first part of my my Giants Jets bet is doing well. Now we just need to see Mason Graham fall down to number 7 here. I talked about this a little bit in the way too early preview show. I think Abdul Carter is the best player in the draft and a disruptive guy who's immediately going to come in and make an impact that's unlike a lot of the other guys. So I like the pick. I don't like him because he's in a Giant uniform, so we're going to have to deal with him twice a year, but
Let's keep going through the Abdul Carter before we get to this comment. Ike, what do you think about Abdul Carter going to the New York Giants with all of the needs? I mean, that team has so many needs that I don't think it matters other than they did solidify their quarterback room of prayer with Russell and Jameis. So
yeah, I think he's probably the safest stud in the draft. I think his floor is the highest of any of the players, and his ceiling is still through the roof. So I love it. I think it's a great pick for any team. Giants already have some talent on the D line, and they're going to be a force. They're not going to give up a lot of points, and
and as we know, that division has a new winner every single year. So who the fuck says that can't be the Giants? Sure as fuck not going to be the Cowboys and can't be the Eagles. So I mean, we'll see what happens. So
Give me a break. Come on, it's early.
Carter, go ahead.
And assholes.
Hey, that was the best player in the draft, I think. Not because he had the best last name in the draft, but
Oh, Jesus
I think
Christ.
if there wasn't injury concerns, without injury concerns, he would have been a legit number one pick because of how weak this quarterback draft is. I think he legitimately could have went number one, but he had the shoulder injuries. And I saw him play in that semifinal game in the playoffs with one shoulder, and he was fucking unblockable.
He's
He
an
was the
absolute
most
beast.
Most impressive player I watched all last year in college. And I mainly watched him when he was banged up. So I love the pick for the Giants. Him and Kayvon.
And Sean, finish this up.
Yeah, it's easy. An easy pick. I think when a guy like this falls to 3, you just take him and put him on your D line and hope he just causes terror for everybody because he's that good and he's probably going to do it right away. So probably a rookie of the year type pick.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Let's get to this comment. Who the fuck is T? Does anyone know T before we get to this comment?
I don't know.
No, he's right,
but
though.
he's
He's
right.
100% right.
Yeah,
No, I'm
he's
just asking
right.
if anyone knows who the fuck he is. All right, so T says Hunter sells tickets more than anyone else day one. Jags are a business on a football team, pools in the stands. So not only that, but so my problem with Jacksonville, though, is they're getting ready to move. So this is kind of incorrect because so T apparently is Carter's brother. This is Big Tom.
I was
The better
wondering. That would have been my first guess.
We have-
That would
we
have
have-
been my guess.
There's a little bit of a mistake with this, though, because Jacksonville's not going to be playing in their home stadium for the next couple of years because they're renovating their stadium. So they're going to be playing in either Gainesville. They could potentially be playing in Orlando. So, I mean, I get it maybe that they're still going to have the fans that go see Travis Hunter, but they're not even going to have a home stadium for a couple of years. So to me,
They're going to have to sell tickets and they're going to sell merchandise and shit like
I mean,
that.
they're going to sell jerseys for sure. I'm not going to
just
deny
that
that,
owner-
but that's to me
Khan is
that's
a
still not.
businessman.
Khan needs
I
the
don't-
fans back on
yeah.
his side after they fumbled their coach and their GM situation. And this is
I
the best way to do it.
Yeah. And I guess
There's a lot of really
that's
good reasons for non-football decision wise.
That's one thing I will.
Patriots
Sorry,
are
I
on the
didn't mean to
clock
click that
here.
button.
What's the Patriots fan?
Hold
what
on,
do you think
just
here?
a second. Hold on,
Where
just a
we
second.
going?
One final thing here. So that's got to be something that we think about here with Liam Cohen being the new head coach. You've got to think Liam Cohen wants that motherfucker 100% of the wide receiver. So that's one thing to think. So Sean, before we get into this, Sean, Patriots, what are we doing here?
I hope it's Will Campbell. I love Will Campbell. I wanted them to take Paris last year over Drake May, and I love Drake May.
Yeah.
Patriots have a million spots to fill. Will Campbell's a guy who seems like he's ready to go day one, wherever you put him on that O line, and they need it bad. So give me Will Campbell.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Most, like 99% of the mock drafts have had Will Campbell. The pick is already in. I'm going to take a probably quick guess saying that that's who it is. We will announce it here in just a minute. So while we're waiting for that, well, let's go ahead and get everyone else's thoughts real quick on this. Ike, so Patriots, what are you thinking here? They've missed the playoffs 4 times in the last 5 seasons. What are your thoughts on New England here?
It's someone to help Drake May. It's more than likely going to be a tackle, but I could see Tet McMillan here. I could see them taking Janty here. I think they don't have the roster to take a running back, so maybe not. But I could see McMillan here.
Yeah, but I think you got to throw in the Vrabel factor with Derrick Henry. Like Ashton Genty, I mean, he's not as big as Derrick Henry, but he can be the fucking workhorse Derrick Henry was, and no one wants to hit Genty fucking 30 times a game. So I actually can understand what you're saying there. Sean, just a question for you real quick. Would you rather have Will Campbell or an offensive lineman, or would you rather have Ashton Genty? Or let's throw in McMillan too. Let's throw in McMillan. I'll give you the choice of all of them. You're the fan.
I just think the needed offensive line is so great that I don't think you can really pass on it here. Having Genty and all that would be great, but they got so many needs. Offensive line is so important. You got a young quarterback last year. Let's protect him.
This is my favorite comment of the night so far from Raphael Magana.
Raphael!
Talking G about Dallas. I don't know what talking G means, but yeah, we're talking shit about them because they fucking suck, and we will all night. So,
Hey, G is Spanish for shit, I think. Talking G about Dallas, I think.
Well, then we're talking shit. That's a C. That's what we're doing. Carter, what are your thoughts on the New England pick?
I was actually. Who it's going to be? Because I've been texting. I wasn't even looking. Will Campbell all day. I think it's the best pick, even if he ends up only being a guard. One of the best picks the Colts ever made in my eyes is Quentin Nelson, and he's a guard. So, hey, it can help solidify that offensive line. And Drake May is the most important thing in that franchise. I think they found the quarterback, so I love it for them.
Reese, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm with the pick. I agree with it. Protect your investment. They got Diggs in the offseason. He's not who he used to be, but give Drake a little bit of time to try to get the ball out. I like it.
Yeah, I think I agree with you guys. Obviously, I'm a very big offensive person, as everyone knows. But I do agree O-line, as we've seen with what a lot of teams have, the Philly success, the Lions success. O-line has become a huge thing. More people are willing to run the ball at this point. We know Vrabel's always been willing to run the ball, so I do think we're probably getting the obvious Will Johnson here, but we will find out here in just a few minutes. All right, Sean, let me ask you this then while we're waiting. If it can't be an offensive lineman, who do you want?
I mean, probably receiver, probably Ted.
Ted McMillan.
You'd rather have Tet than Genty?
Probably Ted. I mean,
Yeah, let's get that bet cashed. Come on.
Oh yeah.
So with the fourth pick of the NFL draft, the New England Patriots have selected Will Campbell, tackle from LSU. Sean, give us your instant remarks to that.
I love it. They have like 0 actual NFL starters on the offensive line, in my opinion. So adding one to the 5 is great. I don't care where he plays. Figure that out in the offseason. Great pick.
He's got that dog attitude about him. Look at him. Look at the bowling ball. I love it.
Like
Just
10-year,
walking him 8 yards down the field. I love it.
speaks like a 10-year veteran, like a leader already.
Carter, you know who he was coached by, right?
Yeah, your favorite college coach of all time, Brian Kelly.
Fucking both of our favorites, asshole. Old Brian
No,
Kelly.
I'm a Marcus Freeman. I'm
Hold
Marcus
on,
Freeman now.
I've got to ask real quick. Did you? Oh, this guy is lighting it up with the green suit.
I was going to say,
Oh, yeah,
got the pinstripes going
He
on.
went to Notre Dame. He probably should have went to Notre Dame. Actually,
This guy looks like he just went out of an old country buffet after a funeral. Like, this guy looks interesting. I don't know what his look is, but so
Brown's trying to trade down again.
the Browns are trying to trade out again. Oh my! Well,
Yeah.
we're going to find out here in a second. They are on the clock at 5. Could you imagine if they acquired another first-round pick and they got 3 first rounds next year? That would be huge.
I think more teams should be doing that if you're more than one player away. I mean, you see
Especially
it
in drafts like this.
Yeah, you see it in fantasy football dynasties all the time. I mean, there's obviously not a correlation there, but if you can't compete, why try to be average? You know, if one player is not going to turn it around, I hate to say punt. I hate to say punt for a year, but if they get 3 first-round picks next year and the draft turns out to be a decent draft, you can turn the franchise around like that.
Well, and the Browns are building a new stadium, so I mean, obviously they want that. Like, right now does not matter for the Browns, so they want to be good in 3 years when that new stadium opens. That's when they want to be good.
Contracts up.
Well, yeah. I mean, hell, he.
And Cleveland has kind of like the opposite problem that Jacksonville had. Like, Cleveland fans are loyal; they're going to stick with their team no matter what. If they suck, they suck for 30 years. Who cares?
Yep, that's the truth. All right, Reese, I got a question for you. What are you doing right now if you're Cleveland? If you make the pick, who is it? Or if you have an offer for another first-round pick next year and maybe a potential like second, third this year, would you do it?
Yeah. I mean, if if there's a trade that comes through that allows them to acquire more picks, especially in the top 2 rounds, I say 100%. If they're not going to do that, I don't know, man. I mean, I would have gone, if they would have stayed where they were at, then I would have recommended going Carter to solidify that defense more. I don't think there's going to be a single piece on the offense that they're going to be able to pull together. It's going to make much of a difference, especially in the division that they're in. So, I mean, Mason Graham seems a little high for 5.
100% chalk so far.
Well, the pick's in.
Except for the trades.
Well, the pick's in, so we're not getting a trade here.
Mm.
All right.
Yeah,
So who do you
Will-
guys think?
Will Campbell crying.
Who do you guys think it is? Shador?
I think it's fucking Ted McMillan. No, it's
Is
probably
that
not.
Cleveland?
I'm just wanting my bet to hit. Come on.
Best player available, baby. Ted McMillan.
I like
hold
that.
on. No.
This guy knows ball. He knows ball.
I love Tetero McMillan more than fucking anyone. Ashton
knows
Genty is
ball.
the best player available.
He knows ball. They already got Nick Chubb. They don't need
Nobody's trading up
Genty.
for Genty.
But I'm saying the best player available though. That's
I think he would be the
No, I
new
know.
Chubb. I think they got rid of Chubb. Or at least he's not re-signed yet.
They still haven't announced it.
nope.
If there's a way to
This-
screw it up, Cleveland will screw it up.
This
I'm pretty
Bleacher Report stream must be having them.
Yeah, right now.
Early.
Yeah,
Really?
don't follow online stuff because the picks come out like 40 minutes before the real ones. It
On
makes
Cleveland's
it tough for this. Yeah.
Cleveland's depth chart right now is Jerome Ford is their RB1 and Pierre Strong Jr. is their RB2. So
Oh, that's a fucking loaded backfield if I've ever heard it. And they've got Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett at quarterback since they lost the dream of Jameis.
need to
they're
put
gonna
Miles.
suck.
Just give Miles the ball.
They're going to be right back here next year.
Well, they'll be right back there next year, and they'll have Jacksonville's pick, which more than likely will be a great, probably top 12 pick too. So I mean, and honestly, if they want to wait and get their quarterback next year, they'll have 2 picks to go up and get to number 1 if they desperately need to. If they want to get, say, Arch Manning, or I mean, next year's quarterback draft class is fucking loaded. It's the complete opposite of this shit.
I thought Arch is going to stay forever. He's going to stay at school forever.
Oh yeah, we'll see about that.
Especially if the Browns have the number 1 pick.
I think Texas is going to be really fucking good. So we're going to see what happens. With the number 5 pick in the NFL draft, traded down from number 2, the Cleveland Browns are selecting defensive tackle Mason Graham from Michigan.
So he's going to pair him and
So pairing him with Myles Garrett,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, that's not
That's
bad.
pretty-
I mean, that's kind of what we talked about with Abdul Carter. So we do still have D-line depth, and they still are going to have plenty of picks in the draft to continue to improve. Ike, what are your thoughts on Mason Graham?
I said if there was a way to screw it up, the Browns would, but I don't think they did. I think he's a safe player who's going to be good for a long time, and they can't afford to make a luxury pick. He's not a luxury pick. I mean, he is because he's good, but he improves the football team, and that's really bottom line. That's what they need, somebody just to make the team better.
I agree. Carter, what were you going to say?
I think this is a sign of the draft right here. I think they were definitely trying to trade out of there. Raiders definitely are all over Genty here at 6.
Yeah.
So they were entertaining trades all day long, trying to get someone to come up there and add picks. But I think they ended up getting a steal of this draft. Graham was projected at 4 or 5 all day long, right? But I saw him and Grant beat the hell out of Alabama 2 years ago and win a national championship, and it was because of those guys up front.
Yep.
He's got short arms, whatever. But Mason
That's
Graham
bullshit.
and Kenneth Grant, they won that game. They won the trenches, and I think this is a good steal of a pick paired up with Myles Garrett there.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think pairing those two together is a huge help for Cleveland. Sean, what were you
They
gonna
would
say?
have traded out for sure. They wanted to trade out, but
Well, they didn't. All right, Sean, what you got?
I was talking about the Raiders pick. Pete Carroll was tweeting earlier, and apparently he's tipped picks in the past based on clues on Twitter. So he was tweeting weird stuff. I don't really know if they're picking Genty. It didn't seem like they were picking Genty. But I have Mason Graham like in the mid-teens in this draft. I don't love it that much, but I don't really know what they're going to do. Really, they need so many different things. So it's a Browns pick. What are you going to do? No home runs here.
Yeah, I got you on that. Never. If the Browns, hell, you never know what they're going to do. They're showing clips now of that game you were just talking about, Carter, when they destroyed Alabama. Reese, what are your thoughts?
dude, they threw him around.
Yeah, I mean, that's like I said, this is who I considered going with if I wasn't trading out. So I like the pick for what they were going to do. If they could have traded out, I think they should have done that, but it sounds like that wasn't an option. So
All right, so just a question for everyone because I think we're at honestly, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I think the next two are Genty and Warren. Does anyone have any disagreement at all if it's Vegas and it's the Jets that there's a variation there? Because to me, it's Genty going to Vegas and it's Tyler Warren going to the Jets. What are your guys' thoughts on the next two picks? Carter, let's go to you.
I agree. Genty to the Raiders. That's been the whole thing. But to the Jets, you said Tyler Warren. I was thinking O-line myself, Mimbo or Kelvin Banks.
So you think Jets are going O-line?
Yeah, I think they just need to keep improving that O-line.
All right, Reese, what are your thoughts on the next two picks?
I like what you're saying about Genty, but obviously Shano was reading some stuff that sounds like that might be otherwise. I know Shador has potentially been talked about here, but I think that would be a huge mistake to draft him that high. On the Jets side, I still think there's a possibility they may make a move to go with a defensive player, but I do like the Tyler Warren pick. They do need some support there on the offense. So,
and Ike, what do you got?
I think Warren is a decent option for the Jets, but they could go any direction.
Raiders pick is already in. Sean, Ike, were you done?
Yeah, go for it.
Sean, what do you got? So I said Jets, or I said Vegas will be Genty, Jets will be Warren. What are your thoughts on the next two picks?
Yeah, I think I don't really know what the Jets are going to do. It seems like they go a lot of different directions, but I would probably just go O-line. I think that's the safest thing to do most of the time, anyways, and they could use it. But I love Tyler Warren, so I'd be excited for Tyler Warren in fantasy drafts and stuff if they went with that. Justin Fields, Tyler Warren.
Yeah, exactly. And you got Aaron Glenn coming over from Detroit, so he's seen what a combination can do of a tight end and receiver or quarterback. With the number 6 pick, the Las Vegas Raiders are selecting Ashton Genty, running back from Boise State. Should have been the Heisman Trophy winner last year, the best running back in college football, the best player in college football for the last couple of years. He's been completely disgraced just because he was at Boise State. But anyone that listens to our podcast knows this motherfucker is the real deal. Him going to Vegas, they signed Geno Smith. I'm not huge on Geno, but I mean, he is what he is. I think Genty is a huge improvement for Vegas with a team that has a pretty good defense too. So, I mean, that division is hell though. So that's the one thing for the Raiders. But Ike, he's joining your division. You're a Chiefs fan. What do you think about Ashton Genty joining the division?
Well, I loved him in college, but now I think he sucks. So no, that's scary. I mean, he's a beast. He's a workhorse. I think it's interesting that he was talking earlier this week about how Green Bay is boring and he can't wait to get out of there because it's so boring. And now he's going to Vegas.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the motherfucker lived in Boise, so come on.
I know. But I can't imagine that's culture shock going from those type places to Vegas.
Oh, definitely.
But he seems to have a good head on his shoulders. I think he'll succeed there. It's going to open up things. Run game's going to open up things for Bowers in the passing game. Fields, they can run some read option stuff away from him, and I don't
just
know.
An absolute pound the rock running back. Like that's the thing with Ashton Genty is you can give him the ball a million times and he's going to be all reliable. I mean, we watched it at Boise State, and it's not like Boise State just played shitty teams. He did it against Oregon. I mean, he did it against all the big teams that they played. He always had success. And the later in the game it got, the more dominant he was.
I loved his quote on the Players Tribune. Did you guys see that? Where he said, "It's tackle football. If I was you, I would draft the guy that can't be tackled. They can't tackle."
Yeah,
and then he just signed his name, and that was
awesome.
it. That was
loved it.
I mean, you're
he's
never going to hear me.
I want on my team for sure.
You're never going to hear me or Reese say a bad word about Ashton Genty. I mean, that's clear. I mean, we've talked about him for 2 years now. We love him. Carter, what are your thoughts on Ashton Genty going to the Raiders?
I mean, they got the number one running back for sure. Second best in college football last year. But he was pretty good. I mean, he's no Jeremiah Love.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Come on.
Now, I got to talk shit with Notre Dame. But no, Ashton Genty is amazing. He's generational. Almost broke every single record there is. This dude, love him. I love that the NFL is kind of leaning more into the run here lately. Like running backs are starting to find their value after no one wanted to pay him.
Yep.
Now they're having to pay him a little bit, and this is a great running back class. So that kind of adds to that dynamic. Are you going to pay him, or hey, we're going to move up like they did and draft him? So,
and I will forever die on the hill that guy should have won the Heisman Trophy. That his
100%.
season was unquestionable. What the hell he did. The Jets pick is already in. We got. I don't know what's going on here in Cleveland. I believe they're singing "Don't Stop Believing." In Cleveland, that is the wrong song you should ever. I guess that's the perfect song for Cleveland, actually, because
Stop
it's
believing
never
40
gonna
years
happen.
ago.
So yeah, I say it's never going to happen. So you might as well not stop believing. I mean, hell, it's as a Guardians fan, I can tell you.
Oh, no.
fuck, it's hell.
Oh, no.
it's hell. So. All right, so let's talk Jets. We got a commercial break going on here. While the commercial break is going on, let's talk Jets. Carter, if you were the Jets, who are you taking right here? I know we kind of just talked about this a little bit. I'm still going to be on Tyler Warren, but what are your thoughts now that Ashton Jeanty is gone?
for the Jets here, that's a good question.
Well, go ahead
like
and
I
tell us
said,
that. Go ahead and tell us your pick real quick.
Offensive line. I think Nimbu or probably
All right, perfect.
maybe Kelvin Banks.
Carter's got O line. Reese, what do you got for the Jets?
I'm going tight end here. I think Justin Fields needs that support. They've got Lazard, Josh Reynolds, Garrett Wilson in the wideout position. I think they could use some help at tight end. I can see them potentially going lineman, but I like the Tyler Warren pick.
Yeah, I like Tyler Warren a lot in this spot. I just feel like it fits. I mean, I know that they've got a new defensive head coach. That might be something, but I mean, none of you guys even said a defensive player. I don't think. I think you guys all said O-line. So,
Well, I thought they were going to go
see.
Graham, but Graham's gone. So with Graham if Graham had fallen down to that spot, I think they would have gone with Graham. But
Yeah,
Jeremy Rucker is their
I-
number one tight end right now.
Are we
I love Jeremy Rucker.
Ike, what are your pick here?
I was going to say, are we 100% certain that Ty Warren is the number one tight end off the board?
Yeah, I think
should be.
Loveland. I think Loveland is a far second. Like
Yeah.
If it's not Tyler Warren, you're making a big fucking mistake. Like he's almost like Brock Bauer. Like I think it's a huge mistake.
Well,
Hey,
they say
he's-
Yeah, I
lots-
agree.
his
He's more
big knock
dynamic
is-
than Bowers.
Well, they say a lot of his touches were manufactured, and he can't necessarily,
But look at what he's going to have with Justin Fields, though. That's going to be the same type of shit. Like you could put him anywhere on the field. He can line up at any of the 6 positions, essentially. I mean, he could be at any 5 receiver spots. He could be at tight end. I think, you could put him
There's a
right there if you
reason-
wanted to. They let him run the ball at Penn State, too. So, I mean, he can literally.
There's
do
a
anything.
reason they were manufacturing touches for him, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. And the Jets, I mean, you got to think of what the Jets lost. The Jets lost all their weapons. Like, they don't have
Their
anything.
entire offense.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Other than Garrett Wilson, but
But even he, I mean, that's a question
Right,
in itself.
right,
I mean, that's,
right. It is.
yeah,
He wears those weird long sleeves. I can't really trust him.
That's funny. Reese, let's pull up our tight end running back list real quick. All right, so Ashton Jeanty was our number 1 player on this list. He is already gone. We have Tyler Warren at 2. We got Colston Loveland from Michigan at 3. Omari and Hampton. Mason Taylor, son of Jason Taylor, tight end from LSU at 5. I will be surprised if he ends up being a first-round pick. I think the only 2 tight ends we're going to see tonight are Tyler Warren and Colston Loveland. And like I said, I think that there's a huge gap between those 2. Ike, so just because you asked, Ike, I'm going to ask you. Do you think that they're that close? Like, do you think it's something that's that similar?
I've seen several big boards and mocks that have Loveland higher. I don't agree with it. I think Warren is the better player. I was just curious if you guys thought they were close.
That's interesting to me that Loveland would be rated. And Loveland even had injury issues last year too. So that makes me. That's a question. I mean, I know Tyler Warren did for a couple games too. But hey, Reese, real quick, pull up the top corner list. So I just saw something interesting in NFL Network did flash. Oh, we're gonna have a pick here in a second, but NFL Network did just flash Will Johnson. If Will Johnson gets picked ahead of Jahdae Barron, this is the Jets pick of all Jets picks because they are idiotic for that pick if that's what it is. With the 7th pick of the 2025 NFL Draft,
Mimbo.
the New York Jets have selected tackle Armand Mimbo
Whoa, I
from
just-
Missouri.
Nice.
Carter is back. Let's put him back in. Oh, sorry, Carter. So you guys were right. It was an O lineman. I think this is a crazy pick because, yeah, you can protect, but what are you protecting? Because, I mean, Justin Fields is Justin Fields. We've already seen he's not that fantastic. And first off, I've got to make a comment that in his 3 things they put explosive, easy redirect, and the third was a knee bender. What is knee bender getting? That's
You don't want waist benders. Guys who've been at the
yeah.
waist are bending too
Yeah.
high.
a knee
about
bender. That's
Power angles.
That's up there with
45-degree
Carter's-
angles.
Carter, what's his RAS score? Because that's something that's just
Oh,
nonsense.
he's got a-
Like, who
I'm
gives a
Very,
fuck?
very
Like,
high.
His
Oh,
RAS
I
is
already
on
know.
Well, you can see it on film so well. You can see a Raz. I remember earlier I was talking about Shamar Stewart. I didn't actually
Yes.
look it up. I did look it up off camera. 9.99999. Shamar Stewart.
So-
you can see it on film.
So
These-
Armin
these
Mimbo
really
started.
athletic guys.
He started all 12 games at tackle in 2024. Started all 13 games in tackle at 2023. So he has been there. He has allowed
Look
0
at him.
sacks on 411
someone.
pass blocks. 3
Ran a
sacks allowed
4.9.
on 1,036 pass blocks. That's a crazy stat, to be honest, in
So-
the SEC for a team
Ran
that
a
runs a smart
4.9.
offense.
When you're talking
Yeah,
about
that's-
knee bender to waist bender, when you get to
Carolina
waist
fucking
benders,
flew to the board. Their pick is in. Carolina's like in Carolina. We have seen that this could potentially
Reese-
be Tetero and McMillan. So we will see what
Reese,
goes
you
on.
remember Coach Thompson talking about power angles and 45-degree angles.
Oh yeah,
as
absolutely.
offensive lineman. Yeah, you're not
Yes,
a
sir.
waist bender. Yes, these hips, your knees, there's all 45 degree. That's not a waist bender. And Armand Moon,
Waist benders
Mimbo
get bowled
must be
over.
everyone, so.
All I know about O line
You can
is
move on, but
all I know about O line is
No,
I
we
was at a clinic with the Penn State offensive line coach when Joe Paterno was the head coach, and the linemen
You go
went
to the
down
showers?
with their knuckles on the ground instead of their fingers, and Joe Paterno said, "The fucking knuckles." So that's about all I know about O line. I don't give a fuck about it. I mean, it's important, yeah, but that's not my forte. All right, so
yeah, you
Carolina's
could
pick
never
is
throw a pass without us, though.
yeah, I will not disagree with that. The offense does not work without the line. I will never not disagree with that.
You,
Um,
also, your game didn't matter, though. You just ran for fucking life, no matter what. You were always running and chucking it.
Yeah, my O line. Ask Reese. Reese was part of that O line.
That was terrible.
don't
Walk this Della football up here. You know.
fuck. All right, so let's go through and talk about Carolina. I don't know about this one. I Tetero McMillan along like 2 months ago was the pick there. Let's see what everyone's thinking kind of right here. Obviously, they did pick Xavier Legette last year. They came back in at the end of the first round to get him.
That for Bryce Young would be nice, dude. He could throw it
Pairing
anywhere
him-
on the field. and he'd
Pairing
catch
him
it.
with the country boy Xavier Legette with Chuba in the backfield.
Oh.
Sean, what you got here? What are you taking if you're Carolina right here?
I love Tet too, so I don't
Yeah.
know how much further he's going to be sliding. I'd be taking Tet here. You got a young quarterback. I don't even know who else. They've been talking about Jalen Walker, but I don't know. That's a weird pick to me.
The two
He's
Georgia
good.
boys are like Mikel and Jalen Walker. Yeah.
Hey, thanks,
get that offense
asshole.
going.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get out of here, you
Raphael
Cowboys
Magana.
fan. We've had enough of you. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Oh, well, the pick's in, guys.
Ike, what are you doing if you're Carolina?
I've seen Walker linked to them as well. I don't know if it's a little early for a linebacker.
Reese, pull up our linebacker list real quick.
They were talking about having him at edge, even though he's like small, tiny for edge.
We might have put him on the edge list. We'll see here in a second.
Got Jalen Walker in the linebacker list.
So I think he was listed as a slash, but I think he
Yeah.
wanted to be listed as
He's a slash
linebacker.
guy.
Yeah.
We do have him number 1 on our linebackers list.
Until Tet goes, I'm going with Tet because I think he's the best player available, and several of the teams coming up could use him. I guess
You
until
guys
we get
I
to
just-
Chicago, if he's still
With
sitting there
Tet-
and Chicago's on the board, they
I just want Tetaroa gone before the fucking Cowboys pick because I will not
His-
be able to live with myself if he's on that fucking team. So
In my head, I felt like Tet always had his junior film was way better than his senior film, like his stats.
Okay, but
you
you
look
gotta
at it, and they're actually pretty comparable.
no.
They're
You
way
gotta-
better.
As someone who watched all of their fucking games for the
Yeah,
last 2 years, I
That's
can
why I
tell
want to
you
bring this up.
blame Noah Fafita for fucking last
Yes.
year because that team was
That's
a
why-
vastly different team. They were
But he
shitty,
still put
and
up
they
good
had a head
numbers.
coach change too, though. You got to think their coach
Yeah.
he left to go to Washington. They had a head coach change, they had a whole philosophy change, and Fafita fucking sucked last year because of that change. He took a what the
That's
fuck
what
is his
I'm
name?
saying.
Brennan
was the
came
change
in
there?
and Brennan was the change, and it wasn't that great for the offense. That's why they weren't as good as the year before. That team 2 years ago, from week 5 till the end of the season, was the best team in college football. That Arizona team.
Sponsored by Busch Light.
Oh, for
Go
fuck's
Colts.
sake! We're not saying go Colts. Other than this asshole. This asshole here says go Colts, but you and him.
We got fans in here. Come on now. Can't
You and him.
deny him.
You and him.
All right, so we're going to do a little preview here since we're waiting on Carolina's pick. How many of you think New Orleans is taking a quarterback? Does anyone? Let me just start with this. Does anyone think New Orleans is taking a quarterback at 9?
I think there's a real possibility. Yeah.
I do
think
not.
I think there's a real
You have
possibility.
Reese, do you have a best available you can pull up here?
Ours are all by
Or do you
position.
just have positions?
Yeah. They're just by position, bud.
Okay, let me see what I can pull up. Because off the top of my head,
Oh, hold up. We got a pick coming
Goodell's
in.
walking to the stage. So
Yep. We're about to find
Yeah,
out
let's
Carolina's
figure it out.
pick,
Hold
and
on.
I will tell you
it
in
looks
just
like
a
it
second.
is going to be dark at 9. Panthers aren't going to draft.
All right, so with the number 8 pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, Carolina Panthers have
Elvin Blake.
selected Tetaroa McMillan, wide receiver from Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
We can't deny it.
Hey.
We've all talked about it. We all love him. I don't think a single person on
Hey.
here said a bad word about him. That did hit
Bryce
some
Young
bets.
double stacks week 1.
So we
I'm,
got,
I'm winning $1 million.
we got
Ted
bet hits.
McMillan
We
and
got
Bryce Young.
We got
Yes.
bet hits. We got Bryce Young throwing to Xavier Legette and Tetaroa McMillan with Chuba Hubbard in the backfield.
Winning
I
$1 million.
mean, I like I said, I think Tetaroa McMillan, they just compared him to Drake London on the screen, which is a complete fucking disgrace. I think he's more of like
Different
Mike Evans.
receiver.
Like he is a fucking stud. I've watched
He's
every
gonna
game
be
of his
what
for the last
Drake
2 years.
London
And-
should have been.
Oh,
He's gonna be
I mean, Drake
what he should
London.
have been.
No.
Drake London's a route runner.
Yeah, Drake London at USC was never what fucking Tetaroa McMillan was.
No.
Tetaroa McMillan is an outside number 1, pure dominant receiver. Drake London played all over the field. He played inside, he played outside, and he was never the player Tetaroa McMillan was. I can tell you that. So
Ted
think
is a
this-
bad ball go getter. He will go up and grab
yes.
anything you throw at him.
He is
Anytime.
a fucking stud. I think this is Carolina. I mean, they made great improvements. Their division is shitty. I think this is huge for them and puts them on pace that they could potentially win the division next year.
Dude, Bryce Young is going to pepper him with balls. Like, I think he's if we're going to talk fantasy, he's probably the first 2 rounds getting picked already. Second round, third round.
I mean,
I did a
yeah, you
best
would
ball
have to
draft
think.
the other day. I'll tell you.
In PPR, you just throw it up to him. And he's gone.
He's a young quarterback's best friend, and Bryce Young, benched at the beginning of the year last year and was down
said
on
the
his
all
luck
ball.
and whatever, and he turned it around. And getting a guy like this is just going to be the next step for him. I think he's going to ascend
sure.
and be what they thought they were getting with him when they drafted him number 1 overall.
For sure. You got to get like guys like this to make your offense work. There aren't many guys like Tet out there.
No.
Actually, 0 in this draft.
That's
the-
true.
the-
That is
The
true.
size and skill combo, nobody like him.
He was a standout just on that size, skill.
I've seen quite a few
So
drafts.
who's,
Mikhail
who's the Saints
Williams
doing
in
here?
this pick if they're not going to go with the quarterback, but with Jalen Walker on the board.
Jackson Dart, right?
I think with Jalen Walker on the board too, that might. I think it's almost like to me that seems logical.
Jackson
I
Dart
think-
would be
I
like a
think this is
Michael
definitely
Penix
a-
type pick.
I think this is definitely a defensive
Yeah.
player.
I never got the Jackson Dart to Saints thing so much, other than just
I think it's too early.
I don't know.
Yeah, if you're taking Jackson Dart at 9, that's interesting.
I think counting on him to be good the first year or 2 is probably not a good bet.
Mm-mm.
You might need a little time.
Is he better than Spencer Rattler though?
Who? Sorry,
Rattler?
Who, no. I didn't hear what you said. Who is who better than Spencer Rattler?
Well, Derek Carr's going to
Rattler's
be out for a while, right? So right now
Rattler's
their number one is Spencer Rattler. So is Jackson Dart a better starter than Rattler?
They're the same fucking player. Like, I mean, Dart probably has a little bit of a better arm, but they're the same player.
They do have the Nooch in the 4th spot.
That the offense isn't good enough to throw Jackson Dart in week 1.
No.
If they draft him, they need to sit him and let him grow and learn, because he's gonna get destroyed if he walks in week 1.
They'll be
So
back
this-
here next year too.
Oh, 100%. The Saints pick is in, and the Saints got a new head coach this year, Kellen Moore, as Reese is familiar with,
Stewart.
offensive coordinator
Come
from
on.
Philly. So,
Pay me my money. Let's go.
so Shador just popped up on the screen, and I don't know, Shador kind of looks like he's celebrating. So maybe we'll see.
Oh,
We'll
shit.
see.
That would
I
be
don't
the
know.
biggest mistake of
Oh,
any
shit.
team ever.
That would be a disaster. I agree.
Anybody going there to play quarterback is going to be a disaster this year, probably.
Well, actually, let me be honest with you. Any team that takes Shador is a fucking disaster, because that's the wrong pick. I don't care what fucking team it is. He's not the player you want. He sucks.
I like Shador.
Who just said that? Who likes Shador?
Me.
I don't know.
You like, honestly, you like Shador?
I mean, relatively out of this quarterback
What do you
class, I
like
don't.
about him?
Wow.
He's been coddled his whole life, his whole career.
Yeah, but
He's never
Everything
played.
custom built for him to succeed.
He's never
and
played.
still
He's
been
never
okay.
played real competition. He's never. I mean, yeah, they won at Jackson State, but he never won at Colorado, and they retired his number, which might be the craziest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
That is
That's-
crazy.
I don't love that, but he don't
insane.
play defense. He scored 1,000,000 points. Like
He's not, but he stands in the pocket and gets hit. He's not athletic enough to
I-
move. He's not
he-
good. He's not
dude,
good.
Cam Ward ain't good either, though. That's
I didn't
like,
say he. No. I didn't say he
But-
was. But Cam Ward is better than Shador, because Cam Ward can move. Shador cannot move. Shador can't run.
Right.
Well, Goodell's walking to the podium.
He looks like he should move.
He does look like he should, but he fucking can't. I can tell you that. So with the 9th pick of the first round, 9th pick of the first round of the 2025 NFL draft, the New Orleans Saints are selecting Kelvin Banks Jr., tackle from Texas, Hook 'em Horns. Kelvin Banks Jr., offensive tackle. So they didn't go defense. They didn't go quarterback. So we were all fucking wrong. Kelvin Banks Jr.,
Get rid of one of
6'5",
my best bets.
315.
She gone.
What was your best bet?
She gone.
I had Banks under 13.5.
Yep, you're
Wait,
wrong.
that is under 13 and a half, right?
No.
Did you have over or under?
Over, my
Well,
bet. Over,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Over
Well,
would
I like
lose.
Banks, but it was plus fucking 350. I had to take it.
Yeah, there was a reason.
I'm taking the money. Value.
You had to,
Value.
had to
If
take
giving free money, I'll take it.
All right, so while we're waiting here, the Bears are on the clock. Obviously, their needs are kind of all over the place.
Tight end, right? Maybe Tyler Warren.
Yeah,
here?
I think this
They're
is a
going-
no-brainer.
So, yeah, I would say
Oh,
Tyler
man.
Warren, but also,
They already got Cole
hear me
Kmet.
out. No.
He's fucking nice.
Hear me out on this. Hear me out on this. Ben Johnson is their new head coach. I can fucking tell you a lot about Ben Johnson.
Yeah,
Travion.
They either want a tight end, or they want Omari and Hampton, because he is very similar to Jamar Gibbs in the way that they play football.
I love Hampton, but
What
he's
about
not
Travion?
top 10 caliber. Even in a
Travion
Ben Johnson
Henderson.
offense.
But he's not going to be there when they pick again, and they need a running game more than anything. They don't have a running game, and that's Ben Johnson's offense.
Yeah, that would be a trade down scenario, I would think. But I mean, there's always something to, if you've got your dude, you get your dude, and if that's
And
his dude, then
And
I
that's
think
how I say, if they go Lions philosophy, which I don't know how Poles and Ben Johnson are going to go together with that, but I mean, to me, this has to be a running back. But
Trenches.
I can understand the Tyler Warren too. Yeah, but the Bears actually made a lot of movements in the offseason in improving their O-line.
I agree,
Schrager had
it ain't
this
enough.
as his first projected
Ain't
trade
never
with
enough.
Indy,
Give 'em
but the
all
pick is
the
in,
O-line.
so that is not happening.
O line or D
And
line.
those shitty Cowboy fans that left, they're a couple picks early. They should. Raphael, you should have stayed around, bud.
Are they announcing the pick? What is this? No, fuck. Hold on. They're not even at the microphone.
I hear it. I hear the noise.
So with the 10th pick in the NFL draft, the Chicago Bears are selecting. I'll tell you in a second.
It'll be a couple minutes. It sounds like they're talking schedule release.
Shamar Stewart,
Oh.
come on.
The Bleacher Report has it. Here's my reaction. Oh.
Oh,
Well, we will see we're going to see in just a second.
Oh, man.
We're waiting.
Oh, man. You guys will never guess it.
who
Ever.
are these people that they're talking?
Well, that's Laura Rutledge and Colleen Wolfe. One is from ESPN and one is from the NFL Network. I at
Okay,
least know
I see
who they
that.
are, but why they're doing this, I don't know. Oh, Jesus. Sean's got the whole reaction.
he already knows.
done
We're
and
sitting
gone.
back here.
Yeah.
I'm
lost.
truly shocked.
It's all right.
Truly
So
shocked.
Shamar Stewart, right?
So what they
It's
have,
gotta be smart.
what they have announced is that
Brad
on May,
score out of
on,
the-
shut up, Carter. On May
God
14th,
damn it, Carter.
on May 14th, the NFL schedule release show will be out, so we will see all of the games for the season. We do have what is this guy talking about? Cowboys picked an ND player. What? Cowboys haven't even picked yet.
He's a few ahead. He's
Cowboys
in a
haven't
different
picked yet, bro.
universe than us.
Yeah,
He's got
I
a time
mean,
machine.
if he knows that already, then,
Right.
oh, here we go. Well, did they announce the pick, or did they just talk about the schedule release? Because they're showing the Bears War Room now, but they still haven't announced the pick.
I don't think they've announced the pick yet.
Oh my god!
Well, they announced
Hey.
it to Shano.
I'm like GRP wins. I got all my bets on there. Everyone is winning.
You got your
You can look at 'em.
GRP.
That's awesome.
If you need me on a podcast, I got my bets on my paper here. GRP wins.
All right, Sean, I'm sick of waiting. Just tell us.
Colston Loveland.
Oh wow!
Oh,
So
over Warren.
actually talked
Over
about
Warren.
that.
What do you know?
I-
What do you know? Somebody
big
had him above
Michigan?
Warren.
Wow.
and it's the Bears.
What
of
do
all
you
teams.
know?
Surprising.
What do you know?
We'll let it be the Bears that make the colossal mistake.
Did Tyler Warren post a picture on Instagram or something we don't know about?
Dude, if Warren falls to the Colts, he's gonna,
I mean,
it's gonna
I
be
think
like,
Dream.
they should their
2,000
pick should
yards,
be their pick should be in
touchdowns.
0.1 seconds. The Colts
Yeah.
pick should be in.
The
It should be
Colts should
Tyler
be
Warren.
looking to trade up at this point.
They were hoping.
I don't think
Loveland
anybody
would
ahead of
fall
him is going to
to
take him.
let alone
Who ahead of him is
Warren.
going to take him?
True too,
Mm.
but they could try to jump Indy.
Someone else could come up.
Jump.
Yeah. Oh Christ! And then we had the schedule release. Now we got Steve McMichael tribute.
We were
we ever
hoping
going to get this
Loveland would
pick?
fall to
Right,
us.
four
tight
horsemen,
end-wise.
baby.
If Warren,
he was.
man,
He was on WCW Nitro 4 Horsemen.
That's right. Four horsemen, baby.
The Mongo tackle. It's funny.
R.I.P.
They still haven't announced this pick.
I know. I'm like,
Man,
Jesus.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
It just, I mean, this type of stuff is what you should do round 2 and 3 to kill time. Like round 1, everyone's pumped,
Yeah.
everyone's ready. Like
yes.
picks in, you go.
I mean, he is an NFL Hall of Famer that just fucking died. So I mean, I guess we've got to give him a little bit of. I mean, I get it. But the schedule release shit, we did not need that. That could have been during a commercial break or something. Like what?
Well, now they're talking about the Walter Payton selection for 2025.
Oh, who gives a fuck? Like,
There it is.
yeah, the pick is finally in. We
We
already
vote
said
against
it.
him. I say
Colston
no.
Loveland.
Nope.
That is an interesting pick to me. As a Colts fan, Carter, you have to be just fucking hitting the ceiling with cum because I would love to have Tyler Warren over Colston Loveland. Like that's not
We would
even,
have saw that.
that's not even
No,
a
yeah.
close. Like
You would have saw that. No, I was actually, if we were going to go tight end either way, even with Mason Taylor, waited later, I think we would have been good. But I saw two players very firsthand, being a Notre Dame fan, Abdul Carter and Tyler Warren. the best two players I saw all fucking year. Like Warren was unbelievable, and that was what was really nice about Loveland too. Though is Michigan
Oh
had
my
no
God.
offense, and it was Loveland.
They just compared Colston Loveland to Tyler Eifert, who absolutely wrecked our dream high
from
school
Fort Wayne?
football
Wait,
season.
Fort Wayne native. Fort
Wayne?
native, Tyler Eifert?
I coached against him, and he ruined our fucking dream season.
I know. I know. My brother played on that team, but
He was
come on.
unbelievable.
Damn.
Yeah, unfortunately, Tyler Eifert's now back in my life. But yeah, Carter, so I got a question for you. I know this is getting a little ahead because we're 3 picks away, but if you had the choice of Tyler Warren or Jahdae Barron, which one would you take?
I think linebacker is probably the bigger concern. Like, I think you can, with that offense, you can piece it together with subpar.
Jahdae's a corner.
Oh, who was the linebacker that was from Alabama?
You're thinking of Jihad, the dude from Bama.
Yeah.
Jihad.
Yeah.
He was last name.
Definitely. I'll definitely take Warren over Jahdae because corner, we signed Ward from the 49ers, and we got a couple young guys. So hopefully we can pick another corner up later in the draft. But I think, yeah, if we get Tyler Warren, I'll be pretty pumped.
So
Make some of those easy throws easier for Richardson, right?
Say it again.
If
So
Richardson plays, yeah.
Yeah, you mean Daniel
make-
Jones?
Make some of those easy throws easier for Richardson.
Oh, that'd be way easier. And someone that can
Yeah.
actually catch the ball. Like,
yeah.
the Colts have
well-
all these tight ends that are 9.9 on the RAS score. Like,
You've
Me
got to
and
get the
Tom
ball
definitely joked about this, but
5 yards of a receiver.
You
Also,
catch-
that tends to struggle.
well, you actually had
with
to be able to
quarterback,
catch
so-
the ball to help him out.
Patience.
He had the most drop passes in the NFL last year.
You have the worst fucking quarterback in the NFL. I don't.
Which one, Daniel Jones or Richardson?
Yes.
Same player.
Sadly,
might have
both.
the-
But
he might
yes,
have the top
I'm talking
two
about Anthony
fucking worst,
Richardson.
but-
Yeah.
One of them is 6'6", 250, the biggest freak athlete you ever seen. Cannon of an arm. Like,
Hold on. The biggest freak athlete I've ever seen. He gets hurt every time he runs the ball. He can't
Dude.
throw a ball near a receiver. He's played
Oh,
like
come on.
12 games in 6 years. He sucks. Like, he's not good.
How much football did you watch of him? I know you're biased.
Well,
'cause
first
you
off,
went to
he's
Florida.
barely played, so I haven't seen much because at Florida
No,
he
you
never
didn't
played
watch
because he
many
fucking
Colts
sucked
games.
there. And at the Colts, I have watched him, and he hasn't been good there either. I mean, he's
Okay.
had some nice runs for touchdowns, but he's not good. He can't be
I
a true
watched-
quarterback.
every single play, and he has hit people in their hands way too much to not have any help. And yeah, like, it's very discouraging to spend the top pick on a player like that and not get anywhere with him. But he
He's
was always
young.
in development. You knew that
Have
it was
patience.
development. He's still younger. He's younger than Caleb Williams.
I mean,
Like,
yeah,
patience.
he's young as hell, but that doesn't mean he's going to be good.
No, but it gives you way bigger window. So, like,
Josh Allen
it
leads.
is what it is. It's not the way I would have picked the Colts to run. I love the way the Lions are running right now. But we have similarities. The trenches, we build in the trenches. Both of our offensive and D lines are pretty solid. So if you can get hot there, and this freak quarterback figures it out, look out.
Ike, what are your thoughts on San Francisco here?
I pass. I honestly have no idea on them.
This is an interesting. It is an interesting pick. Like, I feel like they need everything.
I think they're trading.
Yeah.
They're trying to trade it.
They lost a lot.
No, the pick is already in. It's not going to be a
Oh,
trade.
okay. They felt like a team that might want more picks. I don't know.
But I think there's a number of different ways. I mean, these guys can go with Stewart, Will Johnson, Campbell's out there, Walter Nolan, like Jalen is still out, right? I mean, they've got a lot of needs. So I think they can throw a flyer at several different of these guys and it could make sense.
Yeah.
All right. So after this pick, Ike is departing us. Ike, thanks for joining.
I'm glad I got to leave you guys with that nice input on San Francisco.
Well, once the pick comes, we'll get your input before you leave. But yeah, San Francisco is a very interesting team. They went from the powerhouse of the NFC to what are they? Like they're a mess.
They really
Shanahan's
are.
on the way out.
One of my favorite coaches, and yeah, he's fucked it up, man. Shanahan's been awesome, great talent, and they've squandered it. They really haven't won anything.
I mean, it is hard to win in the NFL. I mean, it's hard to fault anyone for not winning a championship. They made it there several times.
Easy, Chiefs fan. All you do is win every year.
Yeah, it's really hard. Really hard to win these right here.
That was a good thing to bring up there, Carter. So before you leave, Ike, I know they're way fucking later in the draft, but what do you want the Chiefs to pick?
I mean, everyone says offensive
the
tackle.
goal?
I think it's hard to disagree with that. Simmons from Ohio State, if he makes it there, is what I've seen a lot of picks go. And I think if he wasn't hurt, he'd be a top 15 type guy. So if he makes it to 31, I mean, I would be happy with that. And if not, I don't know. I mean, I really don't. It's
Carter, show us that again.
Hey, full screen. A little sampler here from Goose Island, Chicago.
Got a little neon bear hug from Carter here.
Bear hug. Yeah, they got all kinds of neon bear hugs in here. So
Thanks for that, Carter. That was nice. Oh, hold on, this Army guys. From the USO Yokoto, with the 11th pick of the first round of the NFL draft, the San Francisco 49ers have selected. Okay, apparently they weren't selecting with the Army people. I guess they were just announcing Goodell. Like, what is going on in this draft? This is a disaster.
It's a show. They're trying to put on a show here. They make it 4 hours long.
Reese, your Cowboys are up. Cowboys are on the
links out
clock.
here. Put your links out. Share it. Share it.
Well, now we're clapping. Carter, what are you saying?
Hey, like the podcast, share it. Send it to everyone you know.
Thank you, Carter. They drafted the edge, Mikael Williams from Georgia. So they did improve their defense a little bit. Like we just said, this team has needs everywhere because they're falling apart everywhere. Ike, before you go, what are your thoughts on the Niners pick of Williams?
I think he was the third best Georgia defender still on the board. So Walker and Starks both out there. I don't know if those are positions of need as much, but
you think Starks is better than Williams?
I think Starks is better than Williams. I think he has better NFL.
Starks the third best safety in the draft.
I like Williams a little better than Starks.
I think Williams has more gifts. Maybe.
Yeah.
He's a freak, man.
But I don't know. Like I said, San Fran needs a lot. If that's their dude on their board, hey, if it's early, it's not early to them. So I always respect guys that pick their dudes. Except, I mean, if that's their guy, take him.
Well, Ike, we're 1 away from Dallas and 2 away from Indy. Do you want to hang out through Indy just so you can get the fun of all this, or do you want to just say Dallas to get Reese, or are you good?
I don't think I'll get a word in when the Colts come up. So
no, I'll sit back and let you talk. Preach, brother, preach. I'll let you.
I think I'm going to roll, but I'm still going to be watching. I'll be on YouTube. I might send you guys in some comments.
I would say just hit the comments and we'll share them all. We'll react to them. But all right, well, thanks for joining Ike. Thanks for joining for the first 11 picks. We will definitely be talking about you when it's time for the Chiefs, and then any comments you send in are cool. But as everyone knows, Ike has been on the show a million times. So thanks for joining for the draft. We will see you at some point in the future.
Yeah, glad to see you guys back.
Yes,
Love
sir.
you, Ike. Let's play some golf.
We try.
Yes. All right. Take care, guys.
All right, see ya. So the Cowboys pick is in. Jerry is on the phone. I think he's probably talking about a glory hole right now with the guy that he's picking and
Smiles
how wonderful
and
it's going to be.
Welcome to Arlington.
So Reese, who do you think this is?
I don't know. Historically, we go with best player available. Right now, the best player available on the board to me is Tyler Warren. So I don't
Golden.
think we need tight end help, but I also think that we spend a lot of time looking at receivers, and Golden makes a whole lot of sense here. So we're about to find out.
Goodell has hit the podium with the 12th pick of the first round of the 2025 NFL Draft. The Dallas Cowboys have selected guard Tyler Booker from Bama. Roll Tide for Reese. Where's Dixieland Delight? Fuck your brother. Is kick that song in, and Reese, Tyler Booker.
Got
What was your
over.
thoughts? Instant reaction.
Over for O-line.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I thought that there was a possibility that this was going to happen because there's been rumors that we're trying to make 2 moves shortly after the draft. One of them potentially being Breece Hall, second one being a receiver. We definitely need help for CD. We also need to protect Dak.
This motherfucker is ultimate warrioring it to the stage. He's on a fucking path.
He's a big dude. That is for sure. I mean, it's a safe pick, I think. 0 sacks allowed on 371 pass block snaps in 24, playing at Bama. So he's in the SEC. He's got good competition there. He started all 13 games last year. Most of them were at guard. I think he played once at tackle, is what it says here. Yeah, 2 sacks allowed in his career. So those are solid numbers. We went with a safer pick with BB last year, and I think it worked out. So building the O-line is something that we're seeing a lot of these teams that are making it through the playoffs do, between the Eagles and the Lions and stuff like that. So, Shano, what were your thoughts on the pick?
I like it. Build in the trenches. You always need these guys for many reasons. Build in the trenches, always. When in doubt, pick a guard.
Carter?
Hey, look at the best team in that division in the last almost 10 years. Eagles.
Look how they drafted.
Dude, they just load up on the O-line. They've gotten lucky and they've hit some fucking crazy freaks. Who's the left tackle they got right now? He's he wasn't even a football player. What's his he was a rugby guy. Malata or whatever.
Yeah.
Malata. Dude wasn't even. They've just done a great job of scouting, and they've just invested excessively in O-line, and that's what I think of with Dallas. Is I think of like Zach Martin, and even before that, and names are drawn. I'm drawing blank on.
Back in the '90s when they had Emmitt Smith.
Those other lines. They had who's the old boy there, left tackle. Reese, he was just like benching 500, squatting 1,000. That big Taylor, his name's Taylor. I don't know. Dallas has always had like a crazy good O line, and the big threes dominated, but it was led by the O line. And so I like this pick for you guys. Get back to your roots, and hopefully Dak can step forward, and he's got some weapons there. So I like. I always help your quarterback.
They're going to have to do something in the second round with receiver. So we'll see what happens when they get down to that point. We've got quite a few picks though this year, so there could be some moves that happen between now and the second round. But this is just a little surprising to me because a lot of times the Cowboys do go best player available on the board. So I would not have been shocked if they would have went with Jalen Walker or they would have went with Tyler Warren. Colts
kind of my bet coming up here with the Colts. I'm sorry to cut you off there.
You're good, man. You're good.
I still have a couple bets alive here, and one of them was the Colts drafting a D-line edge guy. And it looks like Tyler Warren's going to fall in their lap, but if not, I really think they will take their best player available will be a D lineman, and that's kind of a weakness on the team. So it'll be
Carter,
interesting what Miami does.
You don't think there's any hope that they take Jahdae Barron? Like, I really think that would be more logical for them.
I don't think so, man. I think they like their cornerback room, but
what defensive player do you think? Like, if you had to pick, what defensive player would you take?
I pretty much spelled it out. Shamar Stewart, 100% is who I would take.
Yeah.
But the other kid from Georgia, Jalen's still there. Walker. I would take him. I would take the linebacker from Alabama. Like before Barron, I think corner was a problem, but I think they're pretty confident there. And the D line's to me weaker, so we'll see. And I think Dolphins right here are this could be a bit of a surprise pick here. They're gonna take the guard. What's his name? He's kind of I can't remember what his name is.
You talking about Gray
He might
Zabel?
not have been say it again.
Zabel?
Yeah, I think it was Zabel. That's who I like.
Yeah, the dude from North Dakota State.
Yes.
Yeah, he's
I kept
awesome.
seeing that
He's
today,
awesome.
and I'm like, yeah. I didn't get to watch any film on him, but they wanted an interior line, and he fits the bill, it sounds like.
All right, Carter, we're going to let you do the intro here. We're going to add another person to our
Okay.
spot to replace
Here-
Ike here. So go ahead and do the intro.
My phone was blowing up. I was wondering. What
We
up,
got a-
Adam?
We got a baby joining the
Adam Indy
show.
Grunt. What's
Yeah.
going on? Fort Wayne Assembly, Fort Wayne. And it looks like
Oh, yeah.
someone else
You
back
too.
here.
Future draft pick.
Oh, future draft pick here. That looks like a little linebacker, I think. I'm not sure.
1,000% just set the record for the rest of this show for the youngest person ever on the podcast.
Yeah, they better get their ears covered
Love
quick because this is not.
Only for
Sean, I don't know if you know Adam. He works at Fort Wayne Assembly, second shift.
All right.
Door
What's up,
line.
Adam?
Door line.
This is the
Line?
Tuesday Night Touchdown podcast, sponsored by the Fort Wayne Assembly. Carter,
Oh, yeah.
give us your whole spiel, whatever the hell it
Got a
is.
little connection here. Hey, Adam, I'm the biggest Colts fan I know, but Adam, he's pretty close. He's got season tickets. He goes to all the games.
I did.
Even one time he was like, hey, let's go down here and run a triathlon. And
Oh,
they
hold
get
on.
free tickets to the preseason. I'm like, dude, I am not
What?
running
No.
anywhere for
Hold on.
preseason tickets.
As someone
Those are
who's
free anyway. I ain't
hold on,
going
as-
to a preseason game.
as someone who's driven multiple times 4+ hours to go to a Lions preseason game when they were 0-16. I'm not running
not
a
running.
triathlon. I'm not running a triathlon for Super Bowl tickets. Like who the
I ain't
hell-
walking a
That's
triathlon.
insane. That's insane. Like what?
I ain't walking one.
Yeah, that's a lot. Well, we're gonna
But
get
he
this
was kind
Dolphins
enough
pick
to
in.
invite me.
Once we get the Dolphins pick in, we're gonna have a lot of fun because it's finally Colts pick. But since we're almost there and we're kind of waiting on the Dolphins, Adam, what do you want the Colts to do?
I mean, everybody that I've on the Colts app, everybody's saying that we're going to pick Tyler Warren. I know it said Colson Leveland, but he just went off. So,
I would love a Notre Dame player.
yeah,
Or
we would
Notre
also
Dame
like
player.
another. We would also
Carter,
like a
yeah.
Notre Dame
Carter's
player.
just stacking the show,
you
man.
didn't inform us that this guy is also a Notre
didn't
Dame.
know.
I know. What the hell? It's like
Hey.
Oh Lord. Yeah.
I've been known to stack the deck, but you're gonna not know when I
Yeah.
do it.
It seems like it. Yeah, it seems like it. Every person that's on here is a dual Notre Dame Colts fan. This is
He's not a Notre Dame fan. He's an
No.
Army fan. I'm the Notre Dame
Look at my
fan.
poor Delta
oh,
sign. back
okay,
there.
okay. We'll
He
take
just
that.
wants to be my team because I root for his.
We're gonna start adding her to the college podcast then, and she can join. We'll put her in the Irish outfit
Oh,
with you,
God.
Carter.
I don't think they
That's
want me to join. I felt so much.
So, with the 13th pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Miami
Kenneth Grant.
Dolphins have selected defensive tackle Kenneth Grant from Michigan.
Yeah.
Nose tackle,
He looks
right?
real thrilled.
He is
That's-
Big nose
monster. Monster
330?
nose tackle.
All 330. All of it?
331
Right,
they gave him.
Yeah,
You got to
I
put
bet
two
he's
guys on him.
350. He's been eating cheeseburgers on vacation. He's
like,
350. He's loving it.
He's been eating cheeseburgers.
Pina coladas and cheeseburgers, and the Colts are on the clock. Adam, what are
sign
we
sign
thinking
me
here?
up. I'll be 331 if you're giving me that.
Tyler Warren just going to fall in our laps a year after Brock Bowers is supposed to fall to our laps.
Hold on.
Man.
Is Big Tom still in the chat? Where's Big Tom? Big Tom, I need your input on what you want the Colts to do because last year you informed us that Chris Ballard only drafts 6th round talents with strong Christian beliefs. So I need to know who that is in this year's draft. So
There we go. Carter, we're on the clock.
I ain't reading on the internet for once.
There's Pat McAfee on the
Uh-oh.
screen.
Pat McAfee's chugging the beer. It's Tyler Warren. We got another weapon. We got a dog. We got a dog.
We're gonna find out.
Here, we're waiting on the phone call to pick him.
Hey, I can just tell the vibes from Pat. This is a tight end here from Penn State, a Nittany Lion. This is a big dog.
Shout out Penn
The
State.
pick is in. Lions and Rams have finally made
By
their
the way,
way
Pat
onto the
McAfee
screen.
is
It's
not
exciting for
connected
me.
anymore. He's only talked shit to the Colts, though.
Yeah,
They did
because
not
they
include
have
everything
because
they
their
got
building
now.
is a fucking disgrace, and he's sick of it. He
Yeah.
doesn't like their
Yeah.
culture. So I mean, yeah, I would be.
Hey,
too.
I'm with him. Come on
Yeah.
now. That's why I don't know if I believe what I'm saying here. For him, but.
There's Chris Bowden.
Connor, we're waiting on the phone call, so that's they pick him.
You got the phone? Are you on there?
Well,
you on the connection?
If they pick him,
What do you got, Adam?
they have
you got
about
a
as much
source?
time to wait as they do for Anthony Richardson to be good. So
I think he's got a source.
Oh.
I think he's got a source. Who is it?
they haven't picked yet.
Hey, we're already wearing Dallas Clark's numbers. Already put him in the Ring of Honor. Like 44.
All right.
Let's go.
We are going to find out here in just a second. Adam,
Let's
I
go.
think you
Pick
are
is
a
in.
few seconds ahead of it, so do not spoil it, please. We will announce it here. Just because I do think you said the last one just a little bit ahead. I just want to make sure. I think you're ahead of us, but
No, yeah, we're good.
Who's ahead?
all right. So with the 14th pick, the Indianapolis Colts have selected tight end Tyler Warren from Penn State. Carter, your dream has come true.
Hey, my dream was Abdul Carter, but we weren't picking it.
Okay, well, you weren't
enough
picking
for that.
number 3.
Two best players.
That's why it's a
Two
dream.
best players.
Yeah.
I was fortunate enough to watch a lot of college football last year. My Notre Dame Fighting Irish, they ran it all the way to the very end, played every game they
Oh,
could
fuck.
possibly play.
You picked the guy from
Every
Penn
game they
State.
could possibly
Come
play.
on.
And the best talent I saw on the field was Abdul Carter with one arm and this motherfucker, Tyler Warren and the mullet. Kentucky Waterfall. Tennessee Top Hat. This dude was balling last year. Amazing. We were unstoppable. He played quarterback at times. He took a handoff. His number is 44. This is, hey,
Sick.
the Colts finally got the best pick they've ever had since Peyton Manning. It would have been Andrew
Wow.
Luck, but he quit on us. But, hey, we like this pick. He fell to us at 14. Never thought it was going to happen.
Top 10 player in the draft.
At least it wasn't Sherrod
High
Sanders.
value there.
All right, Carter, are you done with your rant?
Yeah, I had to get it in. Thanks.
All right, Adam. Adam, what are your thoughts as being a huge Colts fan? Also, what do you think of Tyler Warren being the first round pick?
I don't know much about him because I'm an Army fan because I'm prior service, so I have to follow the Army football team. But
Hey,
my
hey.
girls and
Hell of a season last year for Army, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, super fun team to watch.
Don't
last
discredit what they did last year. That was a great team last year.
my girl's a Notre Dame fan, so we would want Notre Dame players to follow, in the state teams. But
It would have been great if we could pick Benjamin Moore.
yeah, like they had Benjamin Morrison, but I think he's going to go around two
He
or
could be-
three.
He might even be a late first rounder. You never know. He might sneak
Yeah.
in. But yeah, I think
Right.
he's more than likely a second rounder.
Yeah. He's
But
close.
yeah.
He's very close.
I mean, we got a few years, but he'll be in the draft.
He'll be good when Anthony Richardson is, like I've said. That's
He's
Adam,
still dreaming about it.
Adam, I got two questions for you as a Colts fan. I think I can cue this up a little bit. We get to steal this because it's a Colts pick, and I don't give a shit what Jacob and Reese have
Carter,
to say about this.
read the comment
But,
before you talk. Let's get a Stone Cold 2 beers real quick before you.
Yeah, come on.
Before you.
I mean, I would have done it if I had beer.
Oh,
but
yeah. My bad, my bad.
Let's see a Stone Cold real quick
No.
before you.
Yeah, you gotta pour it on your face, man.
I was
No, I'm
I was
not
looking
wasting
for
it.
All
All right.
for the dual smash before you drank.
I know.
that.
I was
No.
waiting for the true Stone
Well,
Cold,
wait,
but it's all right.
still
We got
early.
it.
It's too early.
So
It's still early.
go ahead with your comment, Carter.
Well, shit. Now I forgot it because I was thinking about chugging
Oh.
beers.
Jesus Christ. First off, you talked shit about me because I said that the Colts suck, but you were starting to say something
Oh yeah,
else.
I really don't want to care about what you and Reese have to say about this pick because it's the Colts hour here. But to Adam, what are your two favorite? Who are your favorite Colts players, and what do you think about the Daniel Jones, Anthony Richardson battle? Who will win that?
And let me throw in another question. Yeah, that I want to ask that too. Who's going to be the starting quarterback? That's what I want to know.
Danny Dimes. I mean, that's kind of a weird nickname, but I think I'm gonna stay with AR because it's just like
Oh, okay. I was about to lose my shit. I was about
I
to chug
don't
another
know.
beer.
I've been AR ever since he came into the dome and saluted the fans. Like that's nobody else has done that. I mean, that was a good step for him to do.
I love mediocrity too. That's
Hey, ignore him. Keep going, Adam. Keep going.
I mean, I don't. I'd say you already know my player, Alec Pierce,
Alec Pierce is your number one. Who's your second favorite player from the?
and Kenny. Yeah, Kenny Moore's another one.
I think you probably Blues probably the third. I think he was up for some award like a Man of the Year award or something. So Blues probably up there too.
Or
We're
Big
about to
Grove.
go blue on all the Lions fans this year. We're putting out hits. Hey, man, we're putting out all the hits.
We'll take them.
Adam, good. Glad you came on here, man. So Tyler Warren, now our offense is kind of complete. I think in the second round, we probably need some offensive line help. What are you thinking?
Oh yeah, definitely need some offensive line help because I mean we had Kelly left, and we got
Will Fry's left too. Will Fry's our starting center and guard both got deals. Yeah.
Yeah, right now your starting five are Raymond, Nelson, Bordellini, Goncalves, and
Bordellini.
Yeah,
Bordellini
a lot
was
of
killer
experience
last year.
there, but we need some more. We need to. Hey, you can't have enough trenches.
I mean, hell, I just can't believe that
Ballard's
we
thing, but in general, you can't.
I can't believe we let go of Big Odengbo and EJ Speed left too. I can't. Like that hurts.
For sure, man.
I remember watching.
Well, I'm glad you
Odengbo
joined
come
up. I'm glad you joined up on the podcast. What do you think about the Falcons? You know anything about them?
I don't like them.
The Dirty Birds?
We'll take it. I don't like
Dirty
them.
Birds.
Dynamite dropping, Monty.
No, this is cool, man. Like usually I call in on a podcast. There's a guy that works in Indy, and I talk to him a lot. And I've just never been on a video podcast.
Oh, cool. Well, this will be on YouTube, right, guys? Like we can watch it later.
We're on YouTube.
We're on YouTube and X live right now.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm definitely on YouTube about every day because that's what the platform is that the guy listened to. He's on YouTube.
Very nice. Very nice. All right.
Atlanta's taking their time here. They got 49 seconds left on the clock. Nothing has happened yet.
Well, before we get to the Falcons pick, Sean, thank you for joining us for the first 14 picks. It was a good time. If you're in the comments, if the Patriots happen to do something crazy and swing back in, if you want to rejoin or send a comment in, we'll take that too, and we'll hit you up. And Adam, are you hanging around or are you going too?
Yeah, I'll hang out for a little bit.
All right, cool. All right, Sean. Well, thank you for joining. Like I said, we only know you really from the comments, so we'll see you in the comments if that's where you're at. But thanks for joining us tonight. It was cool.
Thanks, Sean.
Hell yeah. Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, see you, man.
I think he'll be back.
Atlanta's pick is in.
He roots for a bad team, but can't hold that against him.
Atlanta's pick is in. Last four picks have been Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson, Drake London,
and Michael
Mr.
Penix. Shoot the bow and arrow. Hey, and Penix came in at the end of the year and played very well.
What are we doing here? If you're in Atlanta, what are we doing? Atlanta's been such a crapshoot.
I mean, do you take the hometown boy?
I feel like Atlanta's offense is pretty good. I think you got to take a defensive guy here.
Yeah, I mean, Jalen Walker's sitting there.
Hey, Georgia boy, why not?
I'm saying take
like
the
that.
hometown
I
boy.
like that.
Well,
like
yeah,
that.
but anytime you take a Georgia player, you're also at risk of them driving 140 and killing someone. So it's
He might get
I
in
mean,
a car wreck and kill someone,
Yeah.
but hey, he's going to play football too if he ain't in a wreck.
Hopefully. Carter, we're 4 picks away from a lot of sound drops. That's all I know. And I can't wait for that Denver pick to come up.
You guys are just licking your chops already.
I
Do
am.
we have any more? Anyone else showing up here?
Ovi actually should be appearing relatively soon.
Hey, I got to fix my Delta sign before Ovi gets here.
I didn't even realize it
He
fell
knows.
over.
What happened back there?
It's
What
drinking
happened?
with Carter.
Duct
That's
tape
what's
has
happening.
failed. Duct tape's failed.
Good God, Carter. You're
I'm
right. You're
glad
right.
we didn't pick Sherrod
You-
Sanders.
Oh, Goodell is finding his way to the microphone, so we're going to have a pick here in just a couple seconds. With the 15th pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons have selected linebacker Jalen Walker from the University of Georgia.
Georgia boy
which-
staying home. I like it.
Good
Talented
pick.
kid.
Good pick for them. Obviously, they need defense. Obviously, you are at risk anytime you take a Georgia player for a felony, but it's it is what it is. It's a good pick.
Best player on the board at this point.
What are we going for?
Yeah, I would agree. He's probably the best player on the board right now. I don't know. I don't honestly know Atlanta's corner situation that well, but to me, Jahdae Barron is probably the best player on the board. So it's just hit and miss right now.
Love him.
Yeah,
Jahdae
corner-
Barron's a absolute stud.
Their corner situation is Mike Hughes, AJ Terrell Jr. They got Jordan Fuller and Jesse Bates at the safety, and then the nickel is D. Alford.
Yeah, I might have taken Jahdae Barron there, but that's interesting.
Well, their linebacker situation is not better.
Their defense is bad all around. That's
yeah.
Dude, what's the knock on Barron? Like, what's the deal with Barron? Because he's consensus probably number 1 cornerback, but it seems like he's just fading. Like
no,
one's-
it's just
no one's
not
going another way to get him. You know what I mean?
No, it's just
Normally
not like a position of need. Honestly, like
Well,
I could see
normally
I could
number
honestly
1
see.
cornerback, you're going for him.
Yeah,
know
but
what I
I
mean?
could see any of the next 3 teams taking him. Honestly, like I
Yeah.
could see him going to Arizona. I could see him going to
Yeah, it's
Cincinnati. I could see him going to
It's
Seattle.
the way the
So it-
boards fall.
Yeah.
But, you know what I mean? Though normally, hey, we're
Schrager's
attacking. Let's
pick did
get
have
that
him here.
cornerback.
Strager had him at Cincinnati.
No, Schrager had him at Arizona.
I'd say Wendy's
Oh,
could
okay.
into the salad.
Yeah.
Hear me?
What was that, Adam? Are you saying something to us?
Oh no, I was just talking about what we're gonna eat for dinner.
Oh,
Hey,
perfect.
this is a live podcast, and we love this. I love it. At least you stepped up here. We had a couple fans that are going to get on, didn't get on. Not knocking anyone, but I'm knocking a couple people.
Cardinals signed my guy Josh Sweat to a 4-year, $76 million contract in the offseason. I do love Josh Sweat. Obviously, he had been playing for Philly, straight out of Florida
Florida
State.
State guy.
Yep. I love him. So Daniel Jeremiah does have Jahdae Barron being the number 1 player available, and Jihad Campbell being number 2 available, Amarian Hampton being the 3rd available, and then Golden as the 4th.
Where are you looking at quarterback, though? Yeah, Steelers there at 21 is going to get very exciting for Shador or Jackson Dart.
Or they have you got to think. You got to go back
That's
still. Do
that's
they?
debate. That's
But do
debate
they?
right there.
But do they really want to reach? Because if you listen to the interview with Pat McAfee with Aaron Rodgers, Rodgers is committed to Pittsburgh. Like I think it's obvious. Rodgers has stuff going on.
but-
He has personal stuff going on in his life that he hasn't
Lions
committed to
season.
them yet. But I think he's going to go to Pittsburgh. I think it would be a mistake to take one of these shitty quarterbacks right now when they could build something else right now.
I just think that they're obviously in the quarterback market, and they're gonna use that in their advantage to trade. Like they're gonna work the market and hopefully get a trade. But
So you think a trade is what they're? Yeah. Okay.
I'm saying they're working the market there at 21. They're the first logical team that might have a quarterback, right? At 21.
Oh, definitely. Yes. Yeah, I agree with that. I just don't think they're going to take one.
No, I don't. Exactly. It's the same thing that I thought with Cleveland earlier. Like, yeah, there's a lot of poker being played here, and we're playing games, and we're lying and trying to figure out.
Yeah, no, I agree. I do think if we get to Denver, though, I think Denver will take Omari and Hampton if we get there.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Why won't they take Travion Henderson?
Because Omari and Hampton's better. Omari and Hampton
played in a
Sean
way
Payton's
bigger
but
complex.
Travion Henderson isn't like a every down back where he can catch out of the backfield too. That's what Quinshon Judkins was doing for them when Omari and Hampton can do it all.
Well, I think it's because he never had to, because he had Quinch. Like they had to split it.
So
with
they just
Quinshon.
have
Omari and Hampton is
Lachlan.
but Omari and Hampton's like a big
either way. You
back,
can't
though.
go wrong.
Yeah,
But I see running back there. I'll agree with you. I'm not gonna
running back. Yeah,
They're both very good. Right? You don't like Henderson?
I didn't hear what you said.
Just say it. You don't like Travion?
Who are you talking to me?
Yeah.
No, I like Travion. I don't think he's a every down back, and I don't think he fits. I don't think he fits Sean Payton's offense. If it was a different offense, yeah, I'd be fine with Travion over him, but not in that offense. Well, hold up. With the 16th pick of the 2025 NFL draft year, the Arizona Cardinals select defensive tackle Walter Nolan from Ole Miss, the Land Shark from Lane Kiffin Land. Reese, you are a fan of the Ole Miss team. What do you think of Walter Nolan going to Arizona? So also, before we get into this, they did just sign Josh Sweat and they brought back Calais Campbell. So this is another addition to that D-line.
Yeah, I thought they were potentially going to go defense here. I didn't know if it was going to be corner or otherwise, but I do like the pick. I think Walter Nolan can step in and make an immediate impact, and it fills a big need on the Cardinals' defensive line.
Carter, what do you think?
Hey, it makes sense. That was one of those guys that I thought everyone was saying he might get pushed out of the first round. He tested 100% without even looking, guaranteed Raz score 9-something. Like he's a legit baller. It's all the off-field kind of stuff that they're looking at. So
yeah,
I think he's a baller. Maybe the best player on the board. The board is so flat right now that
I will not agree with that.
The board is there was only 3 elite players, and now the board is so skewed that no, it's pretty flat no matter what, depending on what position you're looking at.
Yeah, I'll give you that. And, I think it's very position based right now.
We didn't go into this draft thinking there was elite anything, so there's a couple elite positions, and then now it's positional. I think you're looking at, and I think he was the freakiest of the D-line guys, is I guess what I would say.
Schrager had Mike Green from Marshall coming here next for the Bengals.
Oh yeah, that he's right here too. Yep.
And there was some original talk that he would fall all the way to the Lions pick back in the original mock draft times.
I seen Green ahead of Nolan too, like at this spot. Like it's very fluctual right now, but I think Nolan just kind of more freaky.
Adam, what are your thoughts on Cincinnati? Not only just their pick, but as a close town, close to Indy. What are you thinking about the Cincinnati's right now?
I mean, I don't know. I know that we just picked up their defensive coach,
Lou Anarumo, and he's a stud. I love him as a D coordinator, honestly.
I mean, Cincinnati seems to be they're one of them. Sometimes they show up, sometimes they don't. I know they've given us some troubles in the past.
Well, I mean,
I think
their offense is really good. We got to see what the hell happened to Trey Hendrickson, though, because what their ownership has come out and said about him is a disgrace. Like, you don't come out and say that about like what is one of your best players on your team. Like that.
Well, they've already said that they've given him permission to seek a trade, so that's why I think there's a real likelihood they're going to go edge here because Hendrickson's likely gone.
Just like they were saying when they were talking about how his trade, the open trade, he was looking at something for long term. And one of the picks was the Colts, and I don't know what the other one was, but that's where they're predicting him that he may visit.
The pick is in.
Carter, what are your thoughts? What do you think Cincinnati's doing here?
I would say they have to go defense or O-line.
Hey, Reese, pull up our D end list.
They did lose a defensive tackle last year or this offseason.
Let me pull up their best players, what they need here.
Yeah, I mean,
so out of this list, Shamar Stewart's the only one that's still available other than Pierce, which I think Pierce could potentially still be a late first round pick. I think it's going to be close of the top picks here.
Are you taking Shamar Stewart over Mike Green?
Yeah, I'm taking him for sure if I'm getting rid of Trey Hendrickson too. So I think that's where things are going to get interesting here.
Yeah. Pierce is such a weird.
No, I would be the complete opposite, bro. If you're going to take Mike, if you're going to get rid of Henderson, you're going to take Mike Green. Shamar Stewart, Hendrickson, the pass rusher, he gets sacks. He got 10 sacks, and Mike Green's way more production than Shamar Stewart. Or my
yeah, but I mean they're playing in different. I mean, one's at Marshall too, though. So I mean,
they're different, but I don't know how else you grade it except for by production.
I get it. I don't think you can go wrong
Shamar
with either
Stewart's
one of them.
Production is the only thing holding him back. The only thing holding him back, and Mikey Green, he's got all the production, and Henderson's got all the production. So,
but I would say
it's tough.
I would say
Stewart to me, he's got all. He's gonna produce.
I would say Stewart being a force still against SEC offensive tackles is a little different.
The biggest freak I saw all year.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think you can go wrong. Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with the pick.
Out of all the numbers, I looked at the heights and weights of all the players Notre Dame played for who knows what reason, because I'm an idiot, but that dude was the biggest freak guy all year that we saw, even over Carter and Hunter. Like Shamar Stewart is, it doesn't make sense. He's like a Aaron Donald type of freak that I can gather. Probably never going to reach that.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I would say I'm not sure I would say that.
He's got the freaky numbers with the size, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I got you. Come on, let's get this.
Compared Aaron Donald with him all year, but me. But
I don't think you can compare any player on earth to Aaron Donald.
He's shorter and freaky, is what I was thinking. So.
All right, Goodell is taking the stage. We're going to eliminate this Bengals question very soon, thankfully. Our picks were kind of all over the place here, so we will see what they have going on. With the 17th pick, hold on. Come on now. Of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals have selected edge Shamar Stewart from Texas A&M. So we were just having this discussion, so it's kind of good that they made this pick. Like we both just said, Carter, I don't think there was a wrong pick.
Look at this dude. He's a freak.
Yeah, 6'5", 267, a 4.59 40, very lengthy on the edge. I mean, obviously they need defensive help
than everyone else.
And with TreVeyon Henderson. Or not TreVeyon Henderson. God. With Hendrickson being potentially traded, I think this is probably the easy replacement for him. Reese, what are your thoughts?
I agree. I think Stewart was a better pick overall than what they projected there with Mike Green. I actually thought Stewart was going to be gone a little sooner than where he's at. So I think it's a good pick for Cincinnati.
So Carter, now that we've seen the pick, what do you think?
Is this suit also
I mean, I
green?
think it-
Am I seeing that right?
Yes, it's very green.
It faded too long for me. I thought he was a top 10 talent. Like his size, his production, like motor. He was a top 10 guy, especially in this draft class. That was somewhat. There wasn't that much top class. There was more. I don't know, kind of across the board. So good for them.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Adam, what are your thoughts on the Cincinnati pick here?
I mean, from the replays of him, he looks like a monster. He's fast, so something happened.
What's that?
Oh, they were playing his replays, and he seems like he's a pretty fast guy.
Yeah, he's definitely an athletic dude.
Yeah, I think it's a perfect replacement for an inevitable in Cincinnati. Hopefully that trade leads him to end up as the opposite of Aiden Hutchinson in Detroit, because that's what I'm really hoping for.
Yeah. Well, we lost Carter again.
He'll be back. All right, Reese, we got Seattle on the clock. What did Schrager have as the mock to Seattle?
Oh, let's see here. Schrager's mock.
Also, with that last pick, we have hit the halfway point of the first round.
I know things are going. I feel like things are going a little faster this year than last year.
Well, last year
could be
we
wrong.
ended pretty much right at midnight, and we are on pace for right at midnight. So
Yeah, we're on pace for it, but I feel like it didn't move as smoothly.
yeah.
But the Schrager's got Gray Zabel, the center guard out of North
Oh
Dakota State.
no! That's who needs to fall about 8 more picks. No, 10 more picks. Jesus.
The Schrager also had Tet at 19 to Tampa Bay, which doesn't make any sense at all to me to draft a receiver.
Yeah, I think it was more for a replacement scenario, but I think so. That's the thing with McMillan was there were people that had him like late first round. There were people that had him early first round. There was a lot of people that think that all of a sudden his stock was falling for some reason, which I don't know. I watched enough of him that you can't make his stock fall. He was that good.
Yeah,
So Schrager had Zabel, you said, for Seattle?
that's correct.
All right, let's go ahead and pull up our best offensive linemen available. We'll talk through this a little bit while we wait, because I know there's only been a few drafted. So Banks is gone, Campbell's gone, Mimbo's gone. So with that, we've got Simmons, Zabel, Booker is gone.
Yep.
The rest of those guys probably are not first round picks. So
Yeah, I think I've seen a couple mock drafts where Connerly has snuck into the bottom 3 picks, but yeah, I mean, the only reason why I saw Booker in any first round mock drafts was because they were talking about Dallas potentially taking him. So
I did actually see, because the Lions have such a need at guard, I have actually seen him a little bit with Zabel also to the Lions.
Okay.
So I was kind of surprised that Booker went ahead of him, but I mean, obviously get a little bit more recognition at Bama, but
yeah, the Seahawks pick is in. Goodell is walking.
Goodell is on his way to the stage. So we will announce the Seahawks pick here in just a second. All right. So with the 18th pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks have selected guard Gray Zabel from North Dakota State. We were
There he
just
went.
talking about that. Unfortunately, now that means he is not going to be there for the Lions, which I was really hoping. Obviously, the dude's an absolute beast. Kind of not seen a lot because he played at North Dakota State, but North Dakota State is one of the best FCS teams of the last 15 years.
I was
they're
gonna say 15
perennial
years.
powerhouse. Yeah, they're very good. They actually played Colorado in the first game of the season this year and played them very well too. I mean, yeah, build the trenches, improve the O line. So
Yeah, I like the pick. Well, I think Darnold's going to need some time. I think Zabel can move pretty much from tackle to tackle. I think they can plug him in wherever they really need him.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's primarily going to be
I
probably
assume he played tackle. Is what I would.
No, he's going to be a guard. Yeah, I think he'll be a guard. Yeah, I mean, it depends. I mean, you never know. He has played both, but I think his stronger suit is guard. But with a new offensive coordinator, because obviously, oh Lord, I can't remember his
Cohen's
name
gone.
right now. Who?
Cohen's gone.
You
You talking about Liam Cohen being gone?
No. My guy from Bama.
Ryan Grubbs.
Grubbs, yes.
Yeah.
So with Grubbs being gone from Seattle, which I still don't quite understand that. They've got a new offense coming in. I don't know. They lost DK Metcalf too, so Seattle's kind of all over the place. It's kind of an interesting situation going on there, but I mean, O-line's O-line. It's not exciting, but maybe it'll improve the team and help the running situation there and keep Seattle a playoff contender. Tampa is now on the clock with the 19th pick. What did Schrager have for them?
Schrager had Tet. He's gone already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I mean, as far as Grubbs is concerned, I started paying more attention to Seattle as the year went on last year because of the situation in Dallas pissing me off so much. But Grubbs and McDonald had a big difference in offensive philosophy. I think McDonald wanted to keep the ball on the ground a lot more, and Grubbs really wasn't interested in doing that.
Yeah, that's
I would have
style.
thought they would have figured that out before they hired, because they were both year one guys. So
you would think, yeah,
that's a leadership misstep in my opinion. But that is why he is no longer in Seattle.
Yeah, and I'm glad. I mean, I know this is more NFL talk, but I'm glad that the pairing of DeBoer and Grubb is back together. I think it's going to be huge.
It's going to be fun to watch.
To see that. Bama's offense should be a little bit more productive, and they have probably the best. I guess Jeremiah Smith. So one of the best 3 receivers in college football with Ryan Williams is just a true sophomore. So
yeah,
still going to be an exciting offense to watch.
Yeah, that kid's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's absurd.
Well, I'm about to get off here, guys. I gotta get dinner and stuff.
Can't wait.
All right,
cool.
man.
Well,
Yeah,
thanks for joining us for the Colts.
Hey, go horse! Nay!
Yeah. It was so much better when it was bringing
Oh, I was there. It was.
All right. Well, thanks, Adam, for joining us. We will see you in the comments and in the future. See you later. Thank you.
Thanks, brother. All right, Tampa's pick is in.
So Tampa's pick is in at 19. We'll see what they do here.
You guys already talked about who it's going to be? Maybe offensive line.
It could be anyone. I mean, Strager's mock had them taking McMillan here, which was a kind of a reach. I mean, there was a lot of talk of him potentially falling. But
I think that was really close going early, and then like that whole trade stuff fucked it up.
Yeah, I'm interested to.
Jacksonville would have liked Tet, I think, but they loved Hunter.
Yeah, I think this situation, I would be surprised if Tampa doesn't go defense here. Will Johnson's still on the board. They do need a cornerback.
Yeah, their only good secondary player is the dude from Minnesota.
Antoine Winfield, yeah.
Antoine Winfield the third. Yeah.
Yeah, because the Cowboys were hoping that he would fall to him when he got drafted, but he went to Tampa.
Oh, we're going to find out here very soon who the Bucs have taken. I think we're kind of at a consensus that Denver's probably going running back. And then Pittsburgh's going to have a lot of fun. I think that's going to be an interesting situation there.
Hey, that's the spot right there. Everyone all day, 21. What are we going to do?
What
are we going to do at 21? Are we going to trade? Are we going to move? Are we going to shake? Let's go. This is where it gets exciting.
Just because of my hatred for Shador, I hope Jackson Dart.
Let's get excited.
Well, if you didn't hate him before, he just tweeted the rejected will be respected.
No. He didn't tweet that. Deion Sanders.
Get off Twitter, Reese. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of the streets.
That was on TV, bro.
Deion
Get out of there.
Sanders Jr. tweeted that.
You're
Also
you're
known
living in
as
the future
Bucky.
over there, man.
Bucky, gotcha.
Don't do
Okay.
that.
Yeah, again, this is what happens when I'm watching on.
Yeah, it was on TV, Carter.
You're
The NFL Network showed it.
I'm fucking around. When can I not fuck around except for right
we need
now?
to get Carter.
I
one of
signed
these
up
hats.
to fuck around.
Are we going to get any of our trivia
go.
questions this year, Reese?
What
I
kind of trivia
didn't, I didn't
questions you
prep
want?
anything, man.
Oh, no
I
trivia.
can pull some stuff up here.
I mean, we got time. We got time.
Let's do it.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
get me one of those giant Shador logo hats that guy has on. Wear one.
All right, Carter. Robert Mathis led the Colts with how
Hold
many?
up. Bucks pick. We're gonna do it right after that.
Okay. All right. Start thinking about Robert Mathis, Carter.
With
Already-
the
Alabama aiming in.
19th pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have selected wide receiver Emeka Egbuka from Ohio State. So they did still go receiver like we had talked
That's-
about with Tet.
I
but
wanted
to
it's
put
gonna
him
be
early.
Emeka Egbuka.
I couldn't find him. I wanted to bet him early. He is very polished, size. Like, what's there not to like about
He's a
Egbuka?
great receiver all over the field. He's a perfect inside receiver.
Look
I love
at it.
Egbuka.
Everything was perfect, except for he just wasn't elite. But he had the size. He went to Ohio State. He was the best player every time Notre Dame played Ohio State. We played him 3 times in the last 2.5 years. Egbuka was the best player.
I mean, he got overshadowed a little bit, but he's very good.
The tough passes he caught across the middle, man. He was very good.
Yeah, I'm a big
That's
fan
one
of his.
guy. Yeah.
All right, Carter. Are you ready, buddy?
What we at? 18? 19? Damn.
I got a
that's
quiz
early for
question
him.
for you here.
No, fire away, Reese.
Robert Mathis
Yeah.
led the Colts with how many sacks in 2013?
Oh, 13 and a half.
The correct answer is 19 and a half.
That is throw it out. Man, come on. I know he did. I didn't know how many.
Perfect.
I'm not a genius. Come on.
All right,
You
so
invite me
just
on here to be
because
smart, you invite me on here
For-
to be dumb. Come on.
for the
now.
people listening, Denver Broncos are now on the clock. Last year, Denver selected Bo Nix, and this was the
How
reaction.
dumb
we
is
got.
that? How dumb is that? Yeah.
Oh,
That's
let's
terrible.
ride, you fucking the Broncos. Pardon my French. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Denver is trash.
Trash.
Get out of here.
Perfect.
Denver is trash.
So that is Carter's thoughts on the Broncos. Carter, this year they have the 20th
They
pick.
ain't changed.
They're on the
Ain't
clock.
changed.
He still thinks they're trash.
Ain't
Who are
changed.
they taking this year?
I don't have a quick call here. Let me think about it. Who do you guys
Well,
think?
fine. I'm going to stick
What's
with
the odds?
Omari, and I'm sticking Omari and Hampton, like I've said.
I don't
for
think
about
I'll
the
take a
last 10
running back.
picks, so.
I like the running backs. Actually, I wouldn't take Hampton.
I'm thinking either Hampton or Golden.
I would. They already got so many fast fucking receivers. I love Golden, but so who would be next after that, Reese? Who's next?
Beyond Hampton and Golden?
Are you talking about receivers?
Yep. In general, just best.
Oh, just anyone?
Yeah.
Well, their defense is pretty good. So
yeah,
you would
I was
have
going to say, like, you have to. That's
I-
what I just
I
don't think
don't
there's
care.
anybody
Just
that's
keep-
that high up right now on
Who's the
offense.
next one after them two? I'm not taking either one of them.
I'm taking
Travion Henderson is the next best offensive player available.
I wouldn't
go-
take him either. Damn.
I'm going Omari and Hampton.
I like the running backs. They ain't worked out, but I like them. I like them. Hey, I'm a coach's player, man.
Perfect.
I love it. I love it. Never change, Carter.
I won't.
Was that quote? They ain't worked out, but I like them. I think that was the quote.
If they ain't worked out, I'm
gonna
gonna judge them.
At least I have my clip of the draft now that I can play all the
We're
time.
gonna
'Cause
start
that's a
selling
perfect-
merchandise on this podcast, and it's gonna be quotes.
Yeah,
from Carter.
that's a shirt right there. That they ain't worked out, but I like them. Perfect.
Wonderful. All right, Workman.
Yep.
What city did the Detroit Lions first call home?
Pontiac.
Portsmouth, Ohio.
Yeah, that's close.
It's the NFL's second smallest city, ahead of only.
Close at all.
What's the smallest city in the NFL?
Foxborough. Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Yeah. Yep, Green Bay.
Throw us another trivia.
All right, Carter. Which Colts player returned a kickoff for a touchdown in 2012?
2012.
He went to Michigan. His name. No, he went to Michigan. I know him. 2012.
2012. Yes, that's correct. And
Did
I'll give you another hint. He did not go to Michigan.
I was just saying, did he go to Michigan? That was my.
Really?
He played college football for Southern Illinois and Northeastern Oklahoma A&M.
He's a Saluki. Pierre Garcon.
No.
No way.
Deji
No
Kareem.
Yeah, I know the name, but God, that's good. I like his trivia.
All right, keep it. We got one more before the pick comes
Yeah,
up. Hurry
I'm
up.
loving
Give us
this.
one more.
Okay. All right.
You
this
don't
one
forget.
This one should be good for you here, Workman. Which player supposedly put the 50-year curse on the Detroit Lions?
Bobby Lane.
Yes, sir.
I thought it was
But-
your mama. Jay.
But Jeff Daniels, Harry, and Peyton Manning had whiskey in a bathtub in Ford Field, and they broke that curse. That's why we became good again. I don't know if you ever saw that Peyton's Places, but that is we broke the curse.
Very nice.
Yes.
Oh, very nice. How much?
Why is Ian Rappaport on the screen? We got a trade going on.
How much? Dude, we got like eight more picks here. What are we doing?
I wish I knew what Ian was talking about. Might have a trade. I don't know. I believe Goodell is hitting the stage, so we are about to find out the Denver Broncos pick. I'm still going to take a pretty strong stance on Omari and Hampton here. I might be wrong,
I
but
wish I could throw a strong pass right now.
oh, we got a kid coming out with Goodell. Fucking hell. Ew.
Let me hit someone in the face.
Reese, you got any more questions?
Oh yeah. Let's keep going
Ask
here.
one real
Oh,
quick,
yeah.
these assholes.
Oh yeah.
Because
He's
this
got
might
a
take
lot
forever.
of questions. He's got all the questions.
Let's see here.
If you hear me play the sound, just stop talking. this I don't know what's going on.
Which veteran
Hey,
running back did the Colts acquire?
I'm going to
Steelers.
piss, by the way.
Do what?
I might have to go pee. Oh,
This is a make a
What?
wish kid. I got a
I'm
wish.
just telling you
Give us the
where
pick.
we're at. Yeah, tell us.
Peter Dinklage just clapping in the crowd.
Come off of it.
Oh my god. Jesus fuck. Oh my god.
are.
This is
Here
where
we
the
are.
podcast hits our new low. Samuel from the
Yes.
Make-A-Wish Foundation is announcing that with the number 20 pick
Oh,
in
yeah.
the first round, the Bengals,
Oh,
John
yeah.
A. Barron, the corner from
There he is.
Texas. So they did go
Jacob
defense.
special.
I do love Jade Barron. God, I love him. I wish he would have fell to the Lions, even though we don't need a corner. I would have taken him anyway. I love him.
All right.
Well, is it you got
So now the fun begins.
Shador time?
Pittsburgh.
What are Yins gonna do?
Carter, what do they do?
I think they go. They're trading it. It's traded. I think the Giants come up. I'm pretty sure the Giant, right? Well, look at hold on.
Or Cleveland.
I've hung out with you guys for a long time. I think the Giants are about to come up here.
What does that mean?
And,
You've hung out with us for a long time. What did that have to do with anything?
It wouldn't anything to do with you.
We're getting into the deep.
Okay.
Not you guys. I was talking to someone else.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Jade Barron and Pat
that
Surtain is a
was fair.
fucking lethal secondary.
Yes.
God, that's fucking good.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
they got some
super
studs.
Carter, you figure out Pittsburgh yet? Reese, what are you doing if you're Pittsburgh?
No, they're on the trading block, right? Or are they taking Stewart? Shadur? No way.
You
I don't
think
that,
you think
they're
that's their
gonna
only
trade it.
option?
Someone's moving up. I think someone's moving up for it.
All right, Reese, what do you think?
I don't think anybody's moving up. I think there's going to be a pick here, and I won't be surprised if it's not Shador. I mean, they need.
What did Schrager have?
Schrager has Shador.
Dude, we're
I mean,
so high.
they've got
I am Shadur's territory.
D line,
gone.
receiver, and O line are three needs. So Derek Harmon, maybe if they do want to go defense.
The pick is officially in, so it is not traded.
We need to get Carter one of those hats.
Yeah, I hate
I'm in
Shador.
for hats. I'll buy it. I love hats. Shadur's already gone, man. We fucked up. Oh, Shamurst.
We're talking about Shador, the quarterback from
Hey,
Colorado.
Shut up, Reese. Shut up, Reese. Shut up. Forget your life. Shut up.
Man.
Hey,
I love you, buddy.
I went to Michigan yesterday. Is all I'm saying.
Okay.
That's a good state.
More things illegal there than Indiana. That's for sure.
Oh,
You can get the Megatron up there. That's the
Frosted Flakes.
I believe. We got more people on the stage. Fucking nonsense. Jesus Christ.
Oh, we do? Uh-oh.
Reese, I think we might be going to commercial if you got questions.
Oh boy.
These people up here.
Oh, I lied. But if you got, well, never mind. We're the picks in. Goodell's coming out. We're about to announce it. So let's end the suspense. We'll see if it is the quarterback from Colorado that is shitty. With the 21st pick.
Hey, I was
of
right.
the NFL draft, defensive tackle Derek Harmon from Oregon. It is not a quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We are in serious question now of some quarterbacks falling out of the first round if we do not have some trades coming up here. We might have one. We might have one quarterback drafted in the first round. I will say the Rams could potentially draft a quarterback as the heir apparent to Matthew Stafford. But that's about it.
Say that again, Jake.
So the Rams potentially could draft a quarterback as the heir apparent to Matthew Stafford, but that's the only team left that I see that could potentially draft a quarterback.
I don't think they're going to draft Shador, though. I don't think he fits that locker room.
Oh, no, I'm not saying it. I'm just saying a quarterback.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it could be anyone.
Oh. Who
So
trades in, though?
they just made
Someone
Cameron
go for a
Hayward.
second round, come back in there, though.
Cameron Hayward,
I'll give up my second.
TJ Watt with Harmon pairing. That's a great defense. And they are
Florida's about to make
anticipating,
some money.
like we said
About to
earlier,
make
they
some
are
money.
anticipating Aaron Rodgers to be the quarterback, and I still think that will be the case for them.
We'll see. We'll see.
Chargers are now on the clock. What did we have from Schrager for the Chargers?
We had Kenneth Grant, who has been well off the board. He went 13 to Miami.
Like 10 picks ago.
Jeez. So what was that? So pull up our list for that position. So
Carter's
Pierce,
gone, Graham, Stewart, Williams, Nolan.
we
So
don't
Pierce
even have a
is-
D tackle left because all of our D tackles are gone.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Best remaining on ESPN right now is Darius Alexander out of Toledo.
A D tackle?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if that's.
But Pierce is the second best player available on ESPN right now. Will Johnson is still first.
All right, Reese, while we're on commercial, it's question time if you got any.
Let's see here.
Hey, pull up the odds board again. Anyone got anything still percolating? Hey.
So we can talk about this real quick. So Jackson
Yeah.
Dart was
I
not a
think I
top
have
10
one
pick.
left, maybe.
Hold on. Let's just go through. So Jackson Dart was
Yeah.
not a top 10 pick. The Giants and Jets D-line edge. I don't even remember their picks at this point. Who did they take? Well, we know Travion Henderson didn't go to Dallas, and 4+ wide receivers. And that does not count Travis Hunter. So that's probably not going to hit either. I mean, there's still an outside shot of that.
Yeah, it had to be a late run though. We've got 1, 2, Egmoka and McMillan.
So mine, Oz is still alive. Jackson Dart, round 2 is still alive. And Detroit, first pick being an offensive lineman, is still alive.
Hey,
Carter, draft a D-line
Mine's just
or an
gone.
edge. They did not do that. Kelvin Banks over 13.5. I believe he was under. I think he went around 9 or 10. Matthew Golden under 17.5 did not happen. And Shamar Stewart top 10 did not happen. Sean McMillan top 5 did not happen. Watts round 1. We're still waiting. Travion Henderson round 2 is still alive, and Will Johnson.
That's actually, he said that bet was Travion Henderson's second running back taken.
Okay, so
Is what he meant.
So that is still alive
right?
because
Yeah.
Omarion Hampton hasn't been drafted. And Will Johnson is the second corner. That is very
Yeah, Will's
alive because
picked yet.
Jade Barron has been drafted, so he would
okay.
be the next
We're
one.
still
So
alive.
yeah,
Would that be not including Travis Hunter though?
I would assume that doesn't
we're
count
not
Travis
counting
Hunter,
it.
but I don't know the
On
exact.
our show, on your guys' show, we're not doing it. But Sportsbook, where it really matters, probably. Who knows?
I say because on Reese's, Hunter was excluded specifically, so we don't know the details of Sean's, but there is a chance still. All right, Reese, you got? Did you get anything?
What year did the first Super Bowl take place?
Like 57 years ago. I don't know.
First year of the Super Bowl?
First Super Bowl.
I think it's like 57 or 58 years ago. I don't know what that is.
1965.
You're close, Carter. 1967.
How many years ago was that?
I was guessing around there.
I think I was right.
58?
Yep.
Because you know how many Super
68.
You kind of know how many Super Bowls there are, but they're in a language we don't know how to read.
We're in first off.
I don't know how to read Roman numerals.
Oh my God, we're at Super Bowl like 58. Like we're right around there.
Well, I don't look at the number. It is what it is, man. I'll look at it.
Yep. Perfect.
It's our Super Bowl. It's the Super Bowl this year, man. You look at the numbers and the
Yeah,
the
I do.
letters and the fucking. All right.
Roman
I
numerals.
know you were such a savant, man. I thought you were.
Well, first off, you got.
I thought you were more of
I
a.
grew up with
Pebbles
WrestleMania, and
and stones
WrestleMania was
kinda
always
guy.
in. When WrestleMania and the Super Bowls are in Roman numerals, I'm gonna fucking learn them.
Oh, true.
Fair.
That makes sense. I didn't know the WrestleMania was in that. If
It's
I would've
not
known
now,
that,
but it
then I
used to
would've
be.
been like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it used to be, but they don't do it anymore.
If I would have known you were tracking it in WrestleMania years, I would have been like, oh yeah, he knows. But
Yep.
yeah, you're a big wrestler. That's fine.
I am. Kurt Angle.
Hey, WrestleMania kind of sucked. FYI, if we want to sidetrack, Saturday was nice. Sunday sucked.
Yeah,
And-
it wasn't as good as it could have been, I thought.
Carter,
Well,
which
I-
retired NFL coach is nicknamed Big Tuna?
Oh, I know that.
Oh, are you kidding me? Parcells,
Yep.
All right.
fuck with me. Are you trying to fuck with me right now? Or are you no. Fuck Tuna. He's a patriot.
Workman, you might know the answer to this. Who headlined the last 5 Super Bowl halftime shows?
So we got The Weeknd.
What?
We got
5 in a row?
Rihanna. We got the Snoop one, Snoop, Dre, all the Compton guys. Eminem was there. Last year was Usher was the other year, and then it was last year. It was what's his name? Kendrick Lamar.
Yep. Well done. The only
yeah.
person that you didn't name was Mary J. Blige, who
Well,
was
she was
on,
part of that whole group. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So well done. I had a feeling you were going to know that.
Wait, what'd you
Do you
just
remember
name?
the
All
2020 version?
pedophiles in Georgia? What'd you just name? What?
I
What's this list you just named off? A bunch of
It was
people that are on a list.
It was the Epstein
be
Island
arrested?
list.
It was the Epstein.
What?
Allegedly.
What is this list? Are you just named the Epstein list? Are you working with Ted Kennedy? Like, what is going on?
Ted Kennedy? No, I don't think Ted.
Robert F. Kennedy, like you're part of,
Era.
yeah. Damn, you just named them all off.
Yeah, I did.
You did.
Broke them all out.
I knew you would
Allegedly.
know it.
Allegedly.
All right, let's get back to football because I don't know where I'm at.
Carter, that was football. That was the last 5 Super Bowl halftime shows.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Kennedys.
I didn't
You
name
were
a
talking
single
about
Kennedy.
Kennedys.
Oh, well, I get lost.
Mister
I get lost.
Kennedy.
Mister. We got a pick in for the Chargers.
Yeah, but Goodell's not out here.
Wow.
They're singing fucking "We Are the People" or something. I don't know what they're singing, but that kid's never seen a football game in his life. Why are they showing him?
What a sad kid.
I
He's
don't
never
know.
seen football. That kid sucks.
Who won Pepsi Rookie of the Year in 2013?
2013. Cam Newton.
What was that, Carter?
Ken Griffey Jr.
I said Cam Newton. I don't. It's got a
Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen. With the 22nd pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers
There
have
he went.
selected running back Omarion Hampton.
That's
So
a
that-
huge
Real?
land for the
Real?
Chargers,
That
man.
that does
Real?
kill Sean's bet of Travion Henderson being the second running back taken. That is now gone.
They didn't pick a Michigan Wolverine.
They did not. They took Omarion Hampton, running back from North Carolina.
That fits that team well. They want to run the ball.
Definitely.
Harbaugh likes to lean into it. So get you one of the top 3 or 4 running backs. I like it.
Yeah, he's a good pick. He's a good player. We've talked a lot about him tonight.
Yep, I agree.
Well, the hometown team, Green Bay Packers, has now been put on the clock. I absolutely hate this fucking team. So actually, the next two teams, we got the Vikings right after them. So we got two interesting picks coming up here until the fun begins for me, because we got the Rams and then the Lions shortly after. So I'm going to have a lot of interest in those. I will say we are at pick 23, and it's only 10:36. So we'll see what happens. We might get through this a little faster than last year. Who is trading up?
I don't care. Someone trade up. That's all I'm saying.
I don't care. So basically, what Carter wants is any team to trade up to take one of these quarterbacks. I'm guessing he wants one of these quarterbacks.
Chaos.
He wants a quarterback taken.
No, actually,
he doesn't. He doesn't want a quarterback taken.
I don't think there's a quarterback worth being taken. I don't think Cam Ward's a first rounder.
Carter, who is the first player in NFL history to throw for 4,000 yards in a single season? The first player in NFL history to throw 4,000 yards in a single season. You said Peyton Manning?
Yep.
No. Jake, you got a guess?
Montana.
Joe Namath. Threw for 4,007 yards in 1967.
Reese has set me up here for a bunch of failures, it seems like. But you know what? You just throwing that little wolf out there. I like it. I like that thing.
The 3-man shot looks a lot better on the TV. I will say that. It's nice. Reese is pulling up more trivia for us, Carter.
All right, Carter, I'm going to give you a layup here. In 1984, what Boston College quarterback threw a 48-yard touchdown pass to win the game 47-45 over the Miami Hurricanes?
Reese, your mom.
Flutie Flakes. Come on, Carter.
Don't play
Flutie
that.
Flakes.
Play that song right after the worst joke ever. That's correct. Doug Flutie.
Doug Flutie.
I'm enjoying this. This is fun. Thanks for inviting me on here.
Carter, did you not know the answer to that for real?
No, I knew the answer to it. I'm not going to give fucking Reese the satisfaction.
Oh, my God.
For Doug Flutie? Come on. No. Wow.
I'm ready for the next question.
Ready
Oh,
for the
well,
next-
since the Packers are on the
you-
clock in honor of the University of Wisconsin. All right, we're ready now.
All right. Alabama Crimson Tide wide receiver Tyrone Prothro caught an amazing touchdown catch in
the
a
greatest catch ever.
2005 game over the head of a defender from what school?
Missouri.
Southern
Am I wrong?
Missouri.
Oh, Southern Miss.
Southern Miss.
Southern Miss. Okay. I knew they were fucking black. Come on.
Oh my God.
They're black and yellow. They are.
They're black and yellow.
I'm giving myself the fucking. That was correct.
Oh God. Which non-quarterback was the first to throw more than 10 touchdown passes in his career?
Can you say it again, Reese? Sorry.
Antoine Randall.
Not correct. Carter, which
what team did he play for?
hang on a second. Which non-NFL or which non-quarterback was the first to throw more than
I know
10
who it is.
touchdown passes in his career?
LaDainian Tomlinson.
Nope.
What? What team they play for?
You stomped on it. You stomped on it anyways, Jacob. Say it one more time. Sorry.
Oh my God.
Which non-quarterback was the first to throw more than 10 touchdown passes in his career? I'll give you a hint. He was a halfback and a flanker for 12 seasons with the New York Giants from 1952 to 1964.
Oh, fuck. Come on.
What?
Jesus Christ. You could spell half his name and we're not going to know.
If I can't get it, then I'm fucked.
Carter was bitching about him being too easy.
I ain't got it.
You guys have both. You guys have
help
both
me
heard
out,
this.
Reese.
John Riggins.
John Riggins? No. Frank Gifford.
Kathy Lee?
Oh,
who the fucker
yeah.
got that right?
Kathy Lee.
Yeah, Kathy Lee Gifford.
Quickly going off the rails here.
These guys don't look too fucking good.
Yeah, that is accurate.
These guys don't look too fucking good.
That's very accurate.
Packers are running down. They're down the final minute.
I think this is where the draft comes, so you actually get some good value. There's teams down here only like certain positions. Like they only want a safety. They only want a cornerback. So they're going to value them way more than another team. So
I think the Packers should go Golden.
Packers got like a pretty wide variety of receivers already.
But they all suck. They need a burner. They don't have a true receiver.
Is that their quarterback that sucks? Or
It could be a lot of it, but I think someone like Golden would be a huge addition to their team.
Who's your target now? 5 picks away for the Lions that you already like signing up.
So
Tyler Warren is
Gray
the
Zabel,
Colts' fucking #1 pick all draft season.
Fucking goddamn.
Gray
Zabel, the guard, was who I was hoping for. He is gone. So I think the guard from Ohio State is probably who I would be favoring right now.
Josh Simmons.
Yes.
Just O-line general is what you're looking. That's fine.
Or I would not be disappointed with Pierce either from Tennessee. Oh God, who the hell's coming out with him now?
Pierce is nice.
Can we not just have him come out by himself? This guy.
So this is where
this guy puts the cheese in
because we're still looking at quarterbacks, huh?
This guy puts the holes in the cheese heads with his dick. This guy, fucking, no one needed this guy on the show. Come on, like what? Who is this guy? I love that the big Dan Campbell head is right in the way of the Packers pick.
I do think that's pretty funny.
What? It's first of all TV.
Come on, man.
Absolutely awesome.
We'll be on Twitter the next couple picks.
With the 23rd pick of the NFL draft, the Green Bay Packers have selected in front of their hometown fans of Lambeau Field. Cheese fucker is not going fast enough for us here. Oh my God. All right. Here in a second, we'll know who the 23rd pick of the draft is for the Green Bay Packers. Their whatever this guy is, GM or CEO or something that it said he was, is still rambling.
Yeah. He's the dumbest retard that could stand up in front of him.
Back-to-back years, Carter drops the R word on the NFL draft special.
Where do you think he goes with that?
Yeah, I mean, he's their like CEO or something.
Yeah. He's the biggest dummy. Here he goes.
I agree. I think he's finally announced. Maybe not. Thought he was. He's still talking about something. He personally stands in the factory and humps 64,034,000 times a day to put holes in each cheesehead bought in the city of Green Bay, Wisconsin. And
what pick is that? And
it is Matthew Golden. I just said that from the University of Texas. So I did say
hold
they
on.
needed a
Let me get my
burner. What are you doing?
I'm looking at my notebook. Yep, I lost it. I figured I lost it, but
What
That's why
was
you
your
have it on
bet?
a notebook.
What was your bet?
You know, that's why you keep it on a notebook here. You come back and look at it. And,
Okay, what was the bet?
yeah. Matthew Golden under. He's obviously over.
Under what?
And,
Well, under what?
Under 17 and a half.
under 17 and a half. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
he
he's-
does look.
I thought he was
pretty
going to go
fucking sweet.
earlier because he's fast as fuck. But
I like the suit he's coming
he's
out in. He looks
slow as
nice
fuck to get drafted. He's
in front of
slow, dude.
his new hometown fans. He's a little bit of a burner.
He's hanging out with all these cheeseheads, these fucking little bitches that. Yeah, this ain't a good fit. I don't like it.
I mean, I think it's a good fit. They need a receiver that can run. They don't have one. I think it is a good fit.
Well, the problem is I might club him before he gets to practice, and he probably won't be able to run it after that. So I'm gonna Tanya Harding him, is what I'm saying. Put that out there. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna Tanya Harding him.
All right. Well, Carter's going to be crowbarring Matthew Golden in the leg. On
I
his
might
way to
not be
practice.
for the next. I might not be here for the next episode. I might be in jail, but I'm thinking about clubbing Matthew Golden.
I mean, as a
Probably
Lions
right
fan,
on his knee.
while
Not
you're
his ankle,
there,
but
can
his
you
knee.
hit Jordan Love and maybe LaFleur too, and just get them all while you're there?
For
Might as
Price?
well.
Yeah.
Might as well get all three.
Price.
He said,
Price is right. Price is right. Hey. I might have to do it. Yeah, I'm
So
gonna
the-
strike him right on it. I'm gonna fuck his knee up.
Vikings are now on the clock. Hey, Reese,
Pardon
what
my,
does
pardon my
what did-
French.
Yes, another French.
I'm gonna
Reese,
fuck his
what
knee
does
up.
what does Strager have for the Vikings?
Traeger has Omari and Hampton.
Interesting. So maybe potentially Travion Henderson or Quinshon Judkins here. Pull up our running back list.
The top 5 needs on NFL.com: cornerback, O line, safety, linebacker, D line.
You said corner also. So running back. So the 2 I said, and then Caleb Johnson and Scatabo. Go to a corner. So Siobhan Rebel from East Carolina is one of the higher prospects of the draft, and he is still available. So I guess this could potentially be who they're looking at here.
I mean, Will
we
Johnson's
got-
still available.
Will Johnson hasn't been picked?
Oh,
Well,
Jesus.
Johnson's a little bitch.
I thought he had been picked.
no,
He-
Johnson's
he's
still on
hurt
the board.
all the time.
Man, that
and I
means-
really like
And
Emin from South
Yes.
Carolina.
Yeah, that means
he's a stud.
I think
That
he's,
means
yeah, I like
Oz-
Eminori from South Carolina. Yep.
Oz probably has no chance of getting drafted now in the first round if Will Johnson's still there. That sucks. Maybe the Rams will take Oz just to add to their Florida State defense that they have building. Be awesome. Carter, what are you doing if you're the Vikings here?
So when I think of the Vikings, I think of them as always having the best fucking safeties out there. So I'm thinking I'm the best. One of the best athletes in this draft is Nick Eminori from South Carolina. Happens to be a safety. Very nice. Bring him along. I think he can continue this safety dominant defense that the Vikings have. So that's my pick for them.
Yeah,
Eminori is.
I guess if he was gonna-
Xavier Watts is my favorite safety.
I'm gonna
But
go.
He's different. He's different. He's a little smaller, more playmaker. This Eminori guy, he gets downhill. He's more of a linebacker. He's in the box. So if you want more of a free safety,
Yeah.
maybe you go Watts. But Eminori, I think, is the pick here.
I think my pick here is
Neither one of those two.
Revel. I'm taking Revel from the Pirates. Reese, what you got?
Okay.
I mean, I'm a little confused as to why Johnson's not off the board yet. So, like, if I'm Minnesota, I would be looking
It's
at
the
Johnson.
injuries, man.
I also think James Pierce may not be a bad play here. I know he plays.
No, don't say that. He's
I like
falling.
that Pierce guy. Yeah, he's been falling.
He's fallen to a
time.
certain team that wears the Honolulu blue.
They could also go Simmons.
Oh, I heard the Lions are going to trade that pick right before Pierce
With
gets there.
the
So I
number
heard.
24 pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings skull, go fuck yourself, have selected guard Donovan Jackson from Ohio State.
Ooh, Ohio State boy.
Motherfuckers.
Another
That
one.
was one of the picks
Hey.
that I wanted. So that really fucking sucks.
That old line got fucked up by Notre Dame, and look at him getting drafted in the first round. I'd love to see it.
God, that makes the Lions
Notre
pick
Dame,
really
penetrate
interesting
him
now.
all day long. Love to see it. Love to see it.
So who do we have? Wait a minute. Why
Love to
is this
see it.
showing the Giants? Have the Giants traded with Houston? I think we have a trade.
Love to see it.
The Giants are showing next, even though it was Houston.
Two
I
Ohio
think-
State guys. Is that two Ohio State O-line? No, Jackson went before. Who's the tackle that Ohio State has? Hampkins or something like that?
Hold on a second. We got a trade. We're gonna get the details of this trade real quick because
All right.
New
I
York-
can talk shit about Ohio State anytime. I'll wait.
New York is probably
Fuck
coming
shit
up
up.
to get one of the quarterbacks. If I had to guess, let me see if I can get the details.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going after Shador.
I mean, I'm guessing because that's who they were
Ooh.
really high on anyway.
Let's go.
I'm not seeing. I'm
I'm gonna-
trying to get details
I'm
of the
going to
trade.
pause myself. I'll come back here in a bit, boys.
Hold on, you're good. All right. Trying to get the details of the trade real quick for so the Giants are getting pick 25. The Texans are getting pick 34, pick 99, and a 2026 third round pick. So basically, Texans swapped for the early second of the Giants, and then they're acquiring pick 99 and a third next year. The Giants have a chance to do the funniest thing possible here. Could the Giants come up and take Jackson Dart instead of Shador? Now it's been rumored, and all the stories have been told that the Giants spent tons of the season at practices of Colorado. They've been to all of his pro days. They held a private workout even for Shador.
Yeah.
I mean, things kind of seem to state this is going to be Shador. Some of the funniest tweets ever when some of the rumors came out was if you have Russell, you have Jameis, and you have Shador, you're basically getting the church sermon before you take the field every week, because that's going to be some of the greatest preaching of all time. Interesting scenario though.
The pick is in.
Yeah, it's in already, and I mean, I think we've just got to assume it's Shador, which will be the second quarterback taken to the draft. So, what are your thoughts on that?
Way too high. I mean,
So, but
if
you're
you get this pick, right? Like, I just feel like if you do move back up into the first round and you have other guys that are on the board that you know will be key differentiators, like I mean, I would go after Will Johnson before I would go after Shador Sanders. But Will Johnson to me was close to a top 10 pick, and he's still on the board. I know he's got some injury issues, but
and they could pair him with Abdul Carter, who they've already drafted. I mean, I think
Exactly.
going up and trading for Shador, which you got a coach and a GM both on the hot seat, and you've got Russell Wilson and Jameis, which I would play both of those way before I'd ever play Shador. So Shador's probably not even going to play. So you're coming back into the first round, giving up 2 picks. I just
like what happens if
for
Russ,
someone who doesn't play,
what happens if Russ does serviceable this year? You know, like
I mean, or even say
Shador's
Russ
not going to be
isn't-
happy sitting on the bench.
It just seems crazy to me. Like Shador shouldn't even be active. Like the third quarterback's not active. It should be Shador or Russell and Jameis. Like, man,
Well, I mean, they haven't picked him yet. Maybe they're not going that route.
I just don't think you come back if so. So like we said before, the Giants received the 25th overall pick. They gave up their second pick, which was the 34th pick, their third round pick, which is their 99th pick, and the 2026 third round pick. I'm really questioning this. Obviously, they did draft Abdul Carter already, so that's a huge addition to their defense. They'll pair him with Kayvon Thibodeau, which they drafted a few years ago out of Oregon. If they want to go back and keep improving the defense, Will Johnson, like you said, I think that's a great pick. But if this is Shedeur, then
even Pierce.
If this is Shedeur, then I'm really, really questioning things. What were you going to say?
I just came back here to Tennessee or Houston. I mean, Shedeur to Houston.
No. The Giants traded Houston.
Oh, okay, hadn't updated on the live board here.
Giants traded Houston for their first pick of the second round.
They're coming up for Shedeur, 100%. Yeah.
Well, that's what we were saying, but why? Like that seems crazy when you're coming up to get a player who's not even going to play. That seems crazy with your GM and your head coach on the hot seat. Why are you giving up a potential great pick for that? Like,
I don't know if I can make a good case for it, but they've always been linked to him. They've always said,
I know you were away, but I said that they went to a ton of practices during the season. They did a private workout for him. They've
I don't
spent
like it.
tons of times with Shedeur.
I don't like it.
I just think it's a terrible pick.
Yeah. But that's about what we thought. It was going to come around right here. So, no, I don't like it at all.
If I'm the Giants, I'm still improving the defense here. I mean, I know that's probably not what they're going to do, but that's what I would do.
Did you guys watch the Hard Knocks last year when they were on?
Oh, hold up. So I know this has not been announced yet, but the Rams have traded pick 26 to the Falcons. Falcons have taken the Rams pick at 26.
Ooh.
So back-to-back traded picks here.
Abuka.
Abuka's gone. Receiver. He's already gone. With the 25th pick of the NFL draft, traded from the Houston Texans to the New York Giants, who have already selected Abdul Carter with the third pick in the draft. The New York Giants have selected.
Oh, shit.
Quarterback Jackson Dart from Ole Miss. Shedeur did not go second. It was Jackson Dart.
Wow. That's good. That's good money there on a bet. Damn.
That's even worse. Why are you coming up to take a quarterback? This dude is going to be drinking 95 sodas tonight, soaking in the bed. This is what a pick. What a pick.
Interesting. That's all I can say.
But he's not better than Jameis, and he's not better than Russell Wilson. It's a terrible. Your GM and coach are on the hot seat. That's a terrible, terrible pick. I hate it.
They allow it, though.
I love it.
That's why.
but why? But why? He's not going to play. Reese actually likes Jackson Dart. That's why he's saying that. But he's not going to play. Why would you like that?
I love it because the Giants just burnt a round one pick on a player that's going to have no impact. So
that's
as a
terrible.
Cowboys fan,
Man.
You know what's going to happen is Russell's going to have like AIDS and Jameis is going to quit and Jackson Dart's going to light up your fucking Cowboys. And I can't wait for that day. That's maybe even a little Tommy Cutlets from the fourth string coming in. Man, I can't believe that. What is that thing? Oh my God. I'm not going to comment. Oh my. No. There's something beside Jackson Dart that.
Yeah, I know.
What are we doing here, man?
So the New York Giants quarterback room is Russell Wilson, Jackson Dart, Jameis Winston, and Tommy Cutlets. I don't understand coming back into the first round for that. I truly don't. I am glad it's not Shedeur. I love that a lot, actually. like I said, Atlanta has come up. This sucks for me because I was really looking forward to this Rams pick. Atlanta has come up to take the Rams pick.
So
I have not.
it's gonna
We
fall
don't
in
have
your lap.
trade details yet.
What's gonna fall in your lap?
What'd you say?
What's gonna fall in your lap? You think? Xavier Watt.
So far from what I'm seeing, Reese, can you pull up the O line or no, the O line and D line boards? Let me see the boards.
Hey, it's so
O-line.
convenient when you're picking 34th. Just sit back and we'll see.
Yeah. So all the guys that we really needed on the O line are gone. Can I see the D line list? Pierce. Pierce is probably still my want here and our biggest need. Hold on, I do have details here. We have the Falcons are getting the first round pick, number 26, and the third round pick this year from the Rams. The Rams, holy shit. The Rams are getting the Falcons' second round pick, their first round pick next year, and their seventh round pick. So the Rams are going to go into next year with 2 first round picks in a potential year that Matthew Stafford could be gone. That could be huge for them in a very quarterback heavy draft next year. I know we're kind of a while away from that, but they need an heir apparent to Matthew Stafford. And next year, having 2 first round picks in a loaded quarterback draft class, I think it's huge. They did figure it out. They got 2 picks next year in the first round.
They better figure it out.
No, I agree.
Figure it out.
When we're 2 picks away here from my Lions, right now my pick is Pierce. I think that would be my dream pick. But we'll see what happens. We've got a couple of picks to get there. And Baltimore is a very defensive heavy team always. Atlanta needs a lot of defense also. So Atlanta has actually already drafted Jalen Walker from Georgia. So this will actually be their second pick of the first round. So with the 26th pick of the NFL draft, traded from the Los Angeles Rams, the Atlanta Falcons, which have already taken Jalen Walker at 15 in the first round. They are now taking at number 26, edge James Pierce Jr. from Tennessee. Of course they were. They traded up to take him from us. Jalen Walker paired with James Pierce Jr. is a great combination. That's
yeah, it is.
It's a good combination for Atlanta there.
Falcons coming up from Georgia, yeah.
Yeah, that's
He's coming up. He's coming north. He's trying to come north.
Man, that seems to me like the Lions might be a trade contender here. If one of those teams really might want to come up and get Shador, I feel like we might be the team that trades now.
Hey, the Ravens are always about to cuck the Lions. This is the problem, it seems like. They're always bullying the Lions.
But there's
Lions can't handle it. The Ravens always bully you.
The Ravens have nothing to do with us. They
always bully you. They always bully you.
I just don't.
Bully you.
There's not a pick left for the Lions at this point.
You don't think Ray Lewis is?
No, I don't think we're going to draft Ray Lewis.
I think Ray Lewis cucks everyone. Is what I think.
He probably does. Probably kills everyone too, allegedly. But I don't.
Yeah, exactly. He's got that. One of the two. So he got that going.
Once you get to the Lions pick, if Will Johnson's still on the board,
it's possible, but we don't like corner's not a need. I mean, I guess if he is a Michigan boy, so I mean, keep him home. But
yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
We don't need it. We don't need secondary right now.
Well, I mean, Mike Green is right there too.
Actually, you know what? Is Jihad still available?
Jihad
right?
Campbell's still there too. Yeah.
So that we might be going to the Al Qaeda. That might be our pick for this one. I
can't wait to hear that a million times next year.
I think that might be logical. Way more than any of the other people.
Same team.
Reese, you got any trivia while we wait for the Ravens?
I got to pull it back up if we're going to do it here.
I don't see the problem here. It'd be fucked up.
Man, I was really hoping for Pierce. That sucks. I really can't believe the Falcons traded a future first-round pick, though, to the Rams. That seems insane to me.
Yeah.
Not very forward thinking at all. Not at all. They do not think forward like some other people, is all I say. I don't
Who
wanna give
holds the
out
record
advice.
for
I don't
most
wanna give
career
out too
sacks
much
in the
advice.
NFL?
Who holds the
Reese,
record
about
for
Lou
what?
Holtz? Lou Holtz all day.
I don't think
Let's
he said
go,
Lou
Reese.
Holtz. He did not say Lou Holtz.
Reese, tell me more.
Oh,
man.
man. Well, now I got to
Come
come
on
up with
now.
the Lou Holtz.
I know you
He did
started
not. He did not mention Lou
I heard
Holtz
it.
at all.
I heard a little Lou Holtz there. I'm stuck.
Jesus Christ.
Good.
Oh, my
Look at
God.
guys. Show me down. Cut me off. I don't care. I'm good.
Oh,
Look
man.
at you guys.
What was the question?
I don't even know.
I
He
don't-
said Lou
Clearly.
Holtz, so
no, I
fucked
didn't.
me,
I
is all
I
I'm
said,
saying.
who
You do
holds-
you do not attack Lou Holtz.
who
Uh-huh.
holds the record for the most career sacks in the NFL?
Most sacks in the NFL.
Reggie White.
No. Same era, though.
Justin Tuck.
Bruce Smith.
Hmm.
Who was the first tight end to be inducted in the Pro Football Hall of Fame?
Reggie White.
No.
First
Really?
tight end. Mackey.
Chris Farley.
Is that real?
No. Ditka.
Oh, it was Ditka.
Ditka.
Ditka, who was a tight end, by the way. He played. His number was as a tight end.
Yeah.
Carter, that was
He had the most
That was
that was literally the question, buddy.
Shut up. That's what happened.
What's Lou Holtz's middle name?
Herb.
Herb? Could be.
I don't know.
His middle name is Leo.
Lou Leo
Probably
Holtz.
sound very Christian, but
Louis Leo Holtz. Where did Lou Holtz play football? In college.
The University of Notre Dame.
he wouldn't. He didn't play college.
And it would have been in like 1830, so who knows when. Yale.
Like Navy.
It's a MAC
or
school.
something. I think he played for
Bowling Green.
Central Michigan.
Kent State. He played as a linebacker.
Might as well have been Central Michigan, the same place.
Might as well.
What the
Yep.
fuck?
Could have been. Might as well have been Ball State. Hell.
The pick is in for the
Same
Ravens.
place. They're both
Same
Central
place.
Michigan.
Carter, where did his coaching career get started? What school?
Who? Lewis?
Marshall.
Yes, Louis Lou.
Leo.
Louis Leo.
Eastern Michigan.
Jake, you got a guess?
I said Marshall.
Oh, okay. Iowa as an assistant.
Yeah. Tough call.
course-
Hey, I
course
like it.
he-
I like it. Keep going.
Coach that bullshit
Let's go.
football style.
Where was his first head
Dude.
coaching job at?
I kind of want to fight Jacob over whatever the fuck he just said.
North
I
Dakota
I
State.
will square up to you. I'll throw you over.
North
Where-
Dakota State.
First,
Oh,
I'm
we gotta
annoyed
pick
by
it.
him right now.
With the 27th
no.
pick of the NFL draft, the
Minnesota.
Baltimore Ravens have selected Malachi Starks, safety from Georgia. Another defensive player, pairing him with the old, what's the old dude from Notre Dame? Hamilton? Out there.
Kyle Hamilton. The
Yep.
best player in the NFL, Kyle Hamilton. Yep.
Safety Kyle Hamilton out there.
Yep. 6'4", 250. Yes. That's a good duo. Would you ask me again? My guy was
The
Baltimore.
Detroit
Xavier
Lions are on the clock.
Malachi Starks is in here.
Very
though.
nice.
Very nice. How much? Hey, we got the lines coming up here. What do you think? It should be pretty obvious for you, I think.
I think we trade.
I would
We
think.
need to trade this fucking pick. That's what we need to do.
Right.
There's nothing left.
I'm getting ready to get a new jersey. You don't even know who the fuck you're picking.
Yeah, because there's
I got
no
a
one
new
left
jersey
of
coming. I'm
positions of
getting
need.
Tyler Warren. Huh?
Go ahead.
I'm getting Tyler Warren jersey. Now, what are you going to get?
If
You don't
he
even
fucking
know.
tears his
You
ACL
don't
in the
even
preseason.
You don't even know.
Well, see, when you're a good team, you don't have that many positions of need. So when you're shitty, you can pick
Yours
anyone
is
you
a
want.
good team. dude. What did you ever won?
I love he's giving you the what?
Stone
You
cold
ever
over
get
there.
AFC?
Well, we're not in the
AFC
AFC, so no, we can't
banner.
be there. So yeah, we don't have banners.
You
of
ain't never
making a
got
con-
that.
We did make a conference championship game. We could have put the fucking
You ain't
banner
got
up
that
like you
shit.
guys did, but we
Nope.
didn't.
You ain't got it. It's beautiful. It's so
Actually,
beautiful.
they took it down. Actually,
No, we gave it to Barstool Sports. We got.
yeah, I
they have
know.
it.
They did take it down though.
Yeah, we took the fuck. Yeah, thankfully we got rid of it. But
It's one of the dumbest banners of all time. That's
the worst, Jacob.
it really is. It's
The worst.
bad.
Hey,
Yeah.
I don't sign up. It wasn't my decision, but I will use it.
Well,
If I can, in a funny way, I will. I will make fun of it.
I'm ready for this Lions pick. I'm ready.
Yeah.
See what we got going on.
need a linebacker here.
Jihad, I already said we're joining Al Qaeda. This might be our pick here.
Hey, Reese, can you pull up the best linebackers? Is what I'm thinking. Best
Al
linebackers.
Qaeda.
Who I'm thinking? Oh, it's Jade. Jacob
Who?
all day has been saying Jade, so it's gonna be Jade.
That is Jihad, the Al Qaeda member. Not Jade Barron. That's a different player.
Yeah. The jihad guy is gonna be for Jacob all day.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I've just been saying. I want him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Takes all the we got to figure it out. Actually, go ahead and change the graphics. It's over. We know who it is.
You think it's Al Qaeda?
Jihad. Yeah.
Let's not change it
Yeah,
yet.
it's definitely Al Qaeda. Yeah, we already know.
Pull up the D line real quick.
Yeah. It's very close to this list. Yep.
We could get Donovan here from BC. I think that's our other option. Jihad or Donovan. Jihad is much more fun to say, but
Oh, it's about to be a jihad, I think.
oh shit!
I hate to say it out loud, but it's going to be.
Is the pick in? They're still showing the Ravens thing.
Oh, they're still talking to Malachi Starks.
I'm gonna guess we go D line here, but I don't like any of those people on. Can you pull up the D line one more time?
Like who was your D line guy? Like you're up next. Who's your pick?
I don't think it's any of our.
Man.
I don't.
Guy.
It's not any of those guys listed. I'll say that.
You know who I'd give you? I'd give you Benjamin Morrison, Notre Dame. He's a cornerback, and he won't affect our list anyway at all.
The pick is in. I do not think it's any of these. I do think it's D line. I do not think it's any of these guys, though.
None of that top 10 right there, really.
Well, 90% of those guys are gone. But no, I don't think it's going to be them.
Who is it? Say it. Guess.
I would have to pull up a best defensive
Come
line
on,
available
man.
list.
Come on.
Goodell's coming out. We're about to find out. I'm going to say
Come
it's
on,
a D-line.
Roger. Tell
All I'm
us.
saying is D-line
Come on, Roger.
and not on that list.
I bet he's a
With
bitch.
the 28th pick of the NFL draft, the Detroit Lions select defensive tackle Tyleek Williams from Ohio State.
Oh,
I was
Buckeye.
right. We went D-line.
A total bitch.
Told you we were going D-line, and it wasn't going to be any of those guys on that
Total
list.
bitch. Yeah, you're right.
Improve the D-line is a great thing to do.
He is
but we need it.
very active. He's a big body, very active. We had a lot of problems. Like we had to move around and actually game plan for that guy.
So
Very-
thing is,
Tyleek Williams, very big and moved around.
Aleem McNeil had a huge injury last year. He will be a little delayed getting back. So pairing him with Aleem McNeil with Aiden Hutchinson coming back, I think that is huge for our D-line.
Dude.
That's-
You cannot not stack up your offense and D line, no matter what. I love it. I love it. You have to, and that's it sounds like a similar guy to what you already had. Who's your nose tackle normally?
Aleem, as I was just saying, and he's hurt.
so
He's coming off an injury.
Yeah, he's gonna be perfect backup for him. So
Well, they'll play. They'll both play. We play two.
no, exactly. You need depth. That's the
we
best
got
way. D line, O line, you have to have like basically hockey lines, and just run a couple streams at them. That's what you have to do.
So now on the clock, the Washington Commanders at pick 29.
Yep. Their biggest needs look to be edge rusher, cornerback, wide receiver, safety, and offensive line.
So
I mean,
potential
they
Will
also-
Johnson.
Will Johnson, I think Mike Green is a possibility here. They did lose Dante Fowler Jr. He went back to Dallas and he was their sack leader last year. He had like 10 and a half sacks. We could see a receiver go here too, but I don't know.
I bet it's gonna be a
That's what
trade.
happened.
This whole division's turned upside down.
Reese, you got some more
Changes every
trivia
year.
to get us to the end here.
Carter, who is the only NFL team that Lou Holtz coached?
Only NFL team. Lou Holtz coached.
Yep. Appointed head coach of this team in 1976. He resigned 10 months later.
76.
Resigned
That's
10
true.
months later on my birthday.
76.
That's when we signed the
I
fucking
never
Declaration
knew.
of Independence.
I love this question. Redskins.
The
I have
New York
no
Jets.
clue.
Of course, of all the teams, he says the Redskins.
76.
Upon his departure, he lamented, God did not put Lou Holtz on this earth to coach in the pros.
Bro, Lou Holtz coached all through the 80s. You told me 76. I don't care.
He was
I
coaching
love
through
it.
like
Thank you.
96.
No, he only coached at Notre Dame through maybe 92. Yeah, about the furthest he went. All good.
Pick is in.
Well, while we're waiting on the Commanders pick, let's get a little draft recap here. Carter, run us through the draft so far and what your thoughts are.
Oh, through the whole draft?
Yeah,
one of the worst gambling wise I've ever had. No. It's been good. Very entertaining the whole time. Like the trades at the front kind of set the tone. It was a draft where we didn't really know. It kind of seemed so straight and narrow, which ended up being what it was, but all the trades kind of made it a little more different. I don't know.
Perfect.
What you
That
guys
was,
think?
that was what I was hoping for your draft recap. All right, hold on. So before I got a question for you guys. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 picks left. Does Shedeur go tonight?
No.
There's
I think
zero
already
reason
would've
why
went.
he goes to the Commanders, right?
You
That
don't
is-
think anyone? You don't think?
unless there's a trade up.
So Cleveland is the first pick of the second round.
Yeah, but none of the 4 teams on this list are quarterback needy. So unless there's a trade up,
But Cleveland might have to worry about New Orleans, which has an early second round pick jumping them.
But Cleveland has the first one. What do you mean? Jump 'em?
New Orleans could trade back into the first and take them in front of them.
Huh?
they're going to have to
do
do it
that.
between the Bills, Chiefs, and Eagles because the Commanders pick is walking up to the podium right now.
But I think that's possible though.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Those are all teams that could easily drop back a few spots. With the 29th pick of the NFL draft, the asshole Washington Commanders have selected tackle Josh Connerly Jr. from Oregon.
Another year of a first round Oregon.
Kind of a
offensive
surprising
lineman.
pick. He, that guy was plus money to go into first round.
I believe we had him on our board. If we go back
He was
and look,
plus money to go. Like he was not a 100% first round guy.
so we had him at number 7 as on offensive line.
Yeah, he would have been the 7th guy, and it was.
And he
Cincinnati,
actually
so-
was. He went in front of those 3. Oh no, Donovan Jackson's been drafted. So
Yeah, long time ago.
I guess he was the 8th one taken, but still. All right, so Buffalo Bills are now on the clock.
Hey, that dude had probably more size and a little more anchor than a lot of those guys before, but.
There's a lot of clips of him catching passes
whole-
at Oregon.
This whole draft, man, is just kind of who stood out the whole time. It was basically Hunter and Carter to me, the only 2 people that stood out in the entire draft.
I would have a few more than that, but not many.
It was slim, man. It was slim.
I think you're still discrediting Genty, and
Maybe, yeah, Genty was nice, but
pull up the draft recap.
I think it was the quarterbacks that made it so weak.
Yeah, the quarterbacks just suck. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a ton
Wayne's
of good.
gold. Think about it, though. The quarterback's the only thing that fucking matters. It's the best position in the whole sport. So
Yeah, but you got to think. There's
We
not a
know
lot
that.
of. There's
We
not
know.
a lot of. There's not a lot of teams that need quarterbacks right now, though. That's the thing. Like, there's very few.
hey, I see every team honestly upgrading a quarterback.
Your team needs one.
Unless you got Mahomes or Allen and Jackson, what are you doing? You're trying to get to that level of those 3, right?
Ah,
Even Prescott. You're looking for more out of Dak. Like Reese, you like where Dak's at right now? He's got way more in that tank we haven't seen yet.
I don't know that Dak has anything in the tank that we haven't already seen. He's been with us
No,
for a
man.
while.
Yeah, I was
He's
gonna say,
got more. I think he's got more.
I don't think he does, man.
We
I think
hope
Dak
he
has
does. We hope he
Dak
does,
has
but
shown
he
us.
doesn't.
Dak has shown us what he is capable of
Yeah.
with the roster that gets put
But,
around him, and
hey,
Jerry doesn't invest
if
in
you
getting
could be
him
the
weapons.
most-
So
If you could be the most rosiest fan, though, you would say he could help you out way more. Like he could do it.
The rosiest.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't think Notre Dame was ever gonna get to a national championship, and we were a year or two ahead of it last year, and we did. So
the Bills pick is in.
it can happen. Just how the ball falls.
Bills' biggest needs are cornerback, defensive line, receiver, edge, and safety. Schrager.
Love to see Xavier Watts right here. This is a perfect fit for him. Ball hawking safety.
Schrager has them going Malachi Starks, who is
Starks.
off the-
He's
Yeah,
gone.
He's number
Yeah.
one safety. Yeah.
So again, Will Johnson. I mean, I keep saying his name. I'm surprised he's not
Yeah,
hit yet. but-
he's one of those guys that the injuries, like he had some of the most elite traits you've ever seen. Size,
Yeah.
everything, and then just injury pushing him back.
I mean, obviously I'm a homer of this, but I would still take Oz over Will Johnson just because of Oz's pure man-to-man ability that he can play on an island out there by himself and be perfectly fine.
So I have to watch both the film, but I think of Johnson, just his size is very good man to man. Like he can, no matter what, he can handle a 6 foot guy because he's 6 foot. So.
Yeah, so can I mean that's what Jade and that's what Oz can do too, though. That's what.
Yeah, I'm just saying Johnson's got the size already. So.
Oh no! Oh my god!
Shit, Warford. Stop. Just stop.
Christ.
To the one on your left shoulder, not the one on your right shoulder.
Of all the times for this. Oh man. Oh no, his name is Tommy.
His name is Tommy. Oh man, it's going bad. It's going worse.
Oh my god. That was too.
I'm not even gonna be able to call the pick now.
There's literally only one name that would have been better.
I know. Who the hell did they take?
With the 30th pick in the
Oh my
2025 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills select Maxwell Hairston, cornerback.
Oh, the
out of
corner from
Kentucky.
Georgia or Kentucky. Yeah, that dude's fast as fuck.
Are you talking about Tommy?
He's got wheels.
I can't talk right now. I'm afraid to talk. Actually,
It's probably for the
you
best.
got what the fuck? This he's small little quarterback, and he's pretty much a racist, is what I gather.
What? Oh my god! I need to just temporarily be gone for a minute.
Oh man, we're rounding it out here, folks. 3 hours and 28 minutes in.
Hey, I'm surprised Maxwell is invited here. Look at this guy.
Well, I
He
mean,
looks like
in
he
our
he's belong there. He's belong there. Schrager gets to say hey to him.
he was 10th on our cornerback list.
Hey, he was
Hold on,
first
I'm back
there,
for a
but-
second. We got to trade. The Eagles have traded number 32 and 164 to the Chiefs. So they have swapped picks.
Huh?
Chiefs and Eagles have swapped.
Chiefs are up, or Eagles are up, right? So Chiefs 7 o'clock. Should be Chiefs 7 o'clock.
Yep.
Why did they have to do that to us? Oh my God, that was too much. Oh,
At the end of the night too.
that was the best moment. Oh my God, Tommy. Oh, that's too much, man. Come on. I don't even know what time it is, but that was too late for Tommy.
What time is it? Actually, I never looked.
It's 11:31, buddy. We are in the
Oh, that's
home
early,
stretch.
bro. Early.
It is going to be earlier than last year, it seems. Last year was right a little after 12.
Oh shit. They're pretty high on the Eagles here, it seems like, eh?
Yeah, it looks like the
always-
Eagles get the 31st
Eagles are
pick. The
always
Chiefs
good.
get
I
the
mean-
32nd and the 5th.
Eagles just always win. Kind of sucks. Eagles just always good.
It's just an interesting trade. Like, I wonder who the Eagles are coming up to get that they thought someone else might be coming up to get that they had to swap.
I know. That's kind of what I was thinking.
Quarterback?
The Eagles did lose Slay. But they did also draft Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. So I think they got both of them. How does Cleveland have the first and the fourth pick of the second round now? The Bears have 2 early second round picks too.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at what the second round looks like.
I didn't think Cleveland
Browns
had.
already had one, and they made that trade earlier. They dropped back 3 spots.
Oh, they took Jacksonville's. That's right. So Cleveland has 2 of the next 7 picks, with already drafting Mason Graham and
Cleveland's about to
Shit.
accumulate so many fucking mediocre fucking players.
yeah, Cleveland. I agree because they're probably going to take Shador to be their quarterback, which means they're going to really be awful.
Hey, this draft is pretty good mediocrely. Like, I think the middle of the pack is good, but there's no top talent.
No, I mean I think a lot of these guys have potential to be good players on the teams they
Dude,
got
this
drafted
is-
to, but they're
This
just not.
top 15 is terrible.
I'm just real interested to
Oh.
see like what round 3 looks like. Like who the fuck who's getting
No,
drafted
I
in round
love-
3? Like
From there on, I think it's great, but I think in the front, none of them are that good. Other than Carter and Hunter,
Genty.
Ginty, yeah, right there. That's it. I actually thought Graham for a while there, but
I'm wondering if they're either going to go Johnson or they're going to go Eminwari here.
Oh, Philly.
Yeah.
They did lose Josh Sweat, so end could be a need.
Mike Green just doesn't seem like.
No, that's not their style.
Yeah.
Oh, he's still there? I thought
Yeah.
he was,
Oh, yeah.
hell, I thought he was drafted. Jihad, Bama. That's a typical fucking Philly player.
Oh, that would be, that'd be all over it.
Watch the Chiefs take Mason Taylor. Chiefs should take Luther Burden.
I agree.
Dude, I love Luther Burden.
I do too.
Before this season, I love
How many
him.
fucking people does
Then
Philly
I-
have in that draft room? My God.
I know.
Then I downloaded NCAA and played You Two Idiots with Luther Burden and fucking hated it. But before that, Luther Burden was the best receiver in the fucking.
You were Missouri?
It's just the game. I hate the game. so
I
much.
was gonna say, I was pretty sure you were
I
Missouri.
hate that fucking game. Don't even want to talk to either of you actually about it. But
Oh, God.
yes,
That was perfect.
yes, both suck. But
Come on, let's go.
no, I bet Eagles are going trenches here. Who's the best OLDL?
Who?
Well, we just said who the best DL
OLDL.
probably was, but I don't think we have an OL.
OLDL.
Oh, OLT.
Give me
So with the 31st pick of the NFL draft, traded from the Kansas City Chiefs, the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles,
give me a trench.
head coached by the wonderful Nick Sirianni, have selected Jihad, the Al-Qaeda Campbell from Alabama.
Linebacker. All right.
I literally just said this was that typical Bama pick.
Yep. All right,
Chiefs
we're in
to-
home stretch.
Chiefs are going to finish off the night. Looks like
We're
about
in the home stretch.
about 15 minutes
We got the
earlier
last
than
pick.
last year. A little bit earlier than
Look at
last
that.
year.
All right. Who's it going to be?
I'm going to go.
Who's our best receiver available?
You know what? I am going Luther
Reese.
Burden,
Look.
like I just said a minute ago.
Is it Burden? I don't think it's Burden. Who else we got?
I did. That's how I said it. That's
D
who,
lineman or O lineman. One of those two. Who's the best OLDL?
The best offensive lineman right now is probably Josh Simmons. Defensive
I
line,
kind of like that.
defensive line. You've got Darius Alexander out of Toledo, Shamar Turner from A&M.
All right, Simmons. Simmons is my pick because I think they need a tackle. And hey, Simmons is a tackle. He's just been hurt the whole time because he is a Buckeye and he's got a vagina between his legs, and you know how that goes. Being a Ohio State guy, it just kind of he'll be all right. Kansas City.
They also lost Justin Reed, right? So
They-
Eamon Worry might be a good pick here.
yeah, they've lost a few guys.
Their O line, I think, is missing 2 tackles and they're missing a safety. So
Yeah, you could see a few different things here. I honestly don't think it will be receiver, but if I was drafting, I would take Luther Burden.
dude, Burden and Tech last year, I would have drafted top 10. And then this year, they kind of sucked, but they were top 10 picks last year.
Well, Brady Cook got hurt for Missouri, and that really screwed their whole offense. I mean, that team was not what they should have
Yeah, I
been.
know. It was totally different, but I'm just saying, like, they were
God,
fucking.
Philly,
They were
Philly's
they were good,
so fucking good.
dude.
Philly's defense is ridiculous. One
looking
pick
at
to
this,
go.
one pick to go here. I mean, biggest surprise in the first round, Jake. For me, it's the Giants trading up for Dart.
Yeah, I think obviously it was rumored, but how many people thought it was going to be true? But just a few days ago, I mean, Shedeur was a top 10 pick. I think the biggest surprise is Shedeur's not getting drafted tonight. And that 2 quarterbacks were drafted.
My biggest was Jacksonville jumping all the way to 2. I don't know if that's what you were kind of hinting at, Reese, but him going, Jacksonville going to 2 was crazy. Fucked up the whole thing. Like the orders still stay the same, but Hunter at 2 to Jacksonville.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how they use him.
It was all the same
be
from there,
interested to
but
see
it
how
just
they
kind of
deploy him.
it kind of messed up the whole rest of the quarterback room to me. I think Giants might they're going to quarterback tomorrow, but very interesting.
The Giants, did you say quarterback?
They're going to they need a quarterback, right?
They drafted Jackson Dart and they have Jamison Russell.
Huh?
You said the Giants.
Yeah.
The Giants drafted Jackson Dart and they have Jameis and Russell Wilson.
Hey, they have all the balls they can ever throw then.
What?
Quarterback room I ever heard of.
I was like, they've got one hell of a quarterback room at this point. I don't think they need another one.
You'll now have a new fan club if that's all if Winston and Dart. Yeah. My bad.
And Russell Wilson. That's a fucking trio. And Tommy Cutlets. They got all 4.
The pick is in. We will see if it takes 20 minutes to announce.
I'm sure Goodell will. Never mind.
Oh, he's coming.
I'm not even going to bring the name up again. I can't take it. It's God. It was the highlight of my life. Was that fucking pick?
Tommy Cutlets.
Yeah. That was Tommy something.
Oh, damn. That was quick. And a good pick for them, too.
So I believe Reese just said this name. The Chiefs have selected offensive tackle Josh Simmons from Ohio State. So that does solidify Shedeur Sanders was not picked today. You could have got huge money on that not very long ago. Damn.
Man, well, like I said, I thought
pull up our draft prop thing real quick. What were you going to say?
Just saying, I think this one went a little bit faster than last year, and I did kind of feel it pick up there a little bit towards the end.
Yeah, it definitely went a little faster. I'm just looking at some of the ones that were still left here.
I mean, Travion Henderson to Dallas is still a possibility.
Was that their first round pick, or was that just to go there?
That was just to go there. Yeah. Just to go to Dallas.
Watts did not go first round, so that bet lost. Will Johnson. Have 2 corners been drafted yet? Or was it just Jade? I guess we don't know if they're counting Travis Hunter, right?
Yeah, correct.
Carter.
Jade is the only. Well,
I'm dead.
Jade. I don't. Malachi's a safety. So
Yeah, Jade and Travis Hunter, if he is being counted in that bet. All of mine are dead. They're all dead. Yep. They're all pretty much dead.
Pretty much dead. Okay.
All right. Pull up the draft board real quick. Do a little recap. All right. So I'll just go through everything real quick. Titans kicked it all off, drafting Cam Ward. There was a trade. Jacksonville came up from Cleveland's pick to take Travis Hunter. The Giants took Abdul Carter. The Patriots, Will Campbell. Browns, Mason Graham. Raiders, Ashton Genty. The Jets, Armin Mimbo. Tetero McMillan to Carolina. Kelvin Banks to New Orleans. Colston Loveland to Chicago. Michael Williams to San Francisco. Tyler Booker to Dallas. Reese, Dallas, Tyler Booker. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I shared them already, but I'm okay with the pick. It's not what I thought was going to happen because typically we go best player available, and I think there were a couple other guys on the board that would have been big difference makers. But I see teams like Detroit and Philly invest in their offensive line, and if we do go after Breece Hall, we're going to need that. Zach Martin retired, so we had a major gap to fill there at guard. I mean, we've got a lot of really young talent on the offensive line, so I don't hate the pick. It's just not the sexy pick, you know.
Yeah, and Dallas has the 11th pick in round 2 tomorrow. What would you like to see with that?
Ideally, I mean, they either need to go receiver or running back. I don't know what's happening with the Breece Hall situation, but even if that does happen, we could still use Spell at a minimum. I don't know if you need to do that in round 2. There are a couple really solid receivers. If Luther Burden's there 11 picks later, I'd love to see him pick Burden up.
Yeah. We'll skip down to the Colts at Tyler Warren. Carter, what are your thoughts on that? And the Colts have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the 7th pick in round 2. So what were your thoughts for Tyler Warren and the 7th pick tomorrow?
Man, we kind of hit the lotto. We thought that we were going to hit a tight end, Tyler Warren or Loveland from Michigan, but fucking Tyler Warren was the best tight end through the whole season we saw. He was the entire offense, passing offense for Penn State. He can do it all, block, this and that. We didn't think we were ever going to see him. We were just like, hey, we'll get an offensive lineman or a D tackle, whatever it falls to us, best available. And a playmaker, big time playmaker, fell to us, so we got that, and we'll see how either. I mean, we are still dealing with fucking Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson, so it's gonna be rough, but we'll see what we got here. We got a guy that can. He was unbelievable for Penn State. Abdul Carter and Tyler Warren were amazing, so we'll see what we can do.
All right, and to wrap it up, we'll skip down to my team. We took Tyreek Williams, which I just said his pick wasn't that long ago, but Aleem McNeil is hurt, probably going to miss the beginning of the year and probably even half the year, to be honest. So he'll be a fill-in for him when Aleem gets healthy. Hopefully the rest of the D-line can stay healthy this year, unlike last year, and I think that's a huge difference for a playoff push for us. We will not be picking for a while in the second round, so we'll have to see what's there for us. I think potentially we still need an offensive guard, so guard is going to be a huge need, and maybe even potentially another receiver, but I think that's pretty much what we're looking at right now. Anything else to wrap it up from you guys?
Hey,
Carter,
I had an awesome time. I mean, I don't know what you want to hear from us, but thanks for inviting me on the pod again. Love you guys. Laugh it up. Reese, I don't know, man. I love you guys.
All right, well, that wraps up. Yes, the real one. So that wraps up our second NFL draft special. This one was a little faster than last year, and we had more people this year. That is it. We will be back with some season previews at some point. That'll be the next time you see us. And schedule release is in May. I think it was 14th is what they said during the draft. So obviously there will be a little bit more news once the schedule release comes out. And by then Aaron Rodgers should be signed. So I have a little bit more news, even though pretty much for sure he's going to Pittsburgh at this point. But regardless, so that is it for Reese, for Carter, for Ike, for Adam, for Sean, whoever the hell else. I think that was everyone. For the baby and the girl that's a Notre Dame fan. That is it. We will see everyone at some point in the future. Goodbye.
Good crew.